This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, a possible shower tomorrow and 17. With the 4 o'clock news, good afternoon, I'm Mel Usher.
Meet Crows Braden Cook and Port's Jordan Sweet at Sports Card World's Trade Day this Sunday, Regent Arcade.
Liberal Senator Karen Little is not happy with the Police Minister for questioning her integrity. She is standing by her post on social media last night saying there'd been a death in SA linked to the 000 outage. She says the victim's family have now contacted the authorities. Australian uranium will be exported to India after the two nations agreed to a new deal on energy security. The Prime Minister is meeting his Indian counterpart in Melbourne. The two leaders have committed to expanding uranium trade on the proviso it's used for peaceful purposes and in accordance with international standards. Anthony Albanese says Australia's relationship with India has never been stronger.
We share a focus on deepening and diversifying the relationship between our countries so we can continue to grow from strength to strength. Today we have done exactly that across the breadth of our relationship.
A house fire at Hewitt, north of Gawler, is under investigation. Crews were called to Murray Road shortly before 2 this afternoon. There were no reports of serious injuries. Bottles of homemade brandy, a chainsaw and other tools have been stolen from a backyard shed at Port Augusta West this week. Due to the size and weight of the stolen property, police believe a vehicle may have been used to take it away. A study suggests birth trauma and parental exhaustion are driving down Australia's fertility rate. Flinders University researchers surveyed more than 1,000 parents and found finances, physical and mental strain influenced the decision to have another child. Lead author Professor Damien Riggs says there are also more unique factors.
A feeling that people were done, that they'd had 2 or 3 children and they felt like that was enough. They wanted to find other joy in their lives. And also people feeling like their experience of parenthood wasn't what they'd imagined it to be, and so they didn't want to go through that again.
A 13-year-old boy in Texas has been struck by lightning while playing video games. It's believed the lightning struck a tree, travelled into the home and struck the boy via a piece of metal on his desk. The teenager says he's fine apart from feeling a little dizzy afterwards. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Goal Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
We'll find out who's in and who's out for Port and the Crows next hour. The Power are away to St Kilda on Saturday afternoon. Adelaide face the Suns on Saturday night. North Melbourne coach Alistair Clarkson says they're expecting the usual challenges of trying to lock down Nick Dacos when they take on Collingwood tomorrow night. Round 18 kicks off tonight. Fremantle play the Swans in Perth and the game will be live on 5AA. Well, Geelong assistant coach Nathan Buckley has reportedly declined the chance to be part of Essendon's coaching process. A setback for Aussie sprinter Gout. He has torn his left hamstring while training in Brisbane. Dutch rider Olaf Koy has won a bunch sprint finish to clinch stage 5 of the Tour de France. And Blues players have arrived home in Sydney after their win over the Maroons in the State of Origin decider in Brisbane. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Goal Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon at Regency Park, a breakdown to look out for the Savo, South Road near Green Junction Road. Quite big delays through there. More delays at Prospect with urgent electrical works, Churchill Road near Castle Avenue. Super slow at the moment, Ocean Boulevard at Seacliff Park heading down the hill. And look out for a burst water main at Old Granella, Main South Road near Sheriff's Road. Cameras today, a couple around too. You find one at Delphi Terrace, Old North, and got one right now, Grant Road, Granella. Fantastic Furniture's end of financial year sale has been extended. Save up to 40% on selected sofas, beds, dining and more. Shop in store or online at Fantastic Furniture. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now checking the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly sunny this afternoon, a possible shower tomorrow 17, Saturday showers 15, Sunday showers 15. Right now it's 17 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Brenton Raglas.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Adelaide's only local sports show.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Coming up, the biggest Thursday night game of the year, 1v2 over West. Team selections for Crows and Port. Scott Burns and Riley O'Brien are with us. Plus, we cross to Wimbledon ahead of the semi-finals. And where are they now? With Daryl Wakelin.
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, it's round 18. I feel like I say it every damn Thursday selection night. How fast is this season going? I'm going to say it again. It's round 18. Crows and Port both play Saturday, and I do like it when that happens. They play both the same day, other than a showdown, and especially number 60. Hello, Timmy.
Hello, Stephen. Not fair, not fair. You're continuing on the theme.
That was not fair. That was a good show yesterday.
That was great fun, wasn't it?
All due credit to ourselves.
Well, no doubt. But
it was our
some
listeners.
Great stories.
Our
some
listeners.
Great stories.
God, I love them.
Yeah, and it was funny. I got a lot of feedback today about that one was funny or that
good.
one.
Yeah. But our listeners, God, they make our show, no question. But how did you? Because I got in today late, apparently, and I did say to you. Have you got an opener for me? Because yesterday's topic just came out of your lemonade and sauce.
It was so fortunate because I think it was 3:45, and Sam said, it's your opener, so you got to come up with the call topic. And I said...
so for the listeners, we rotate the openers, people pick that up, and it's your responsibility to put the opener together.
At least put something together,
and if you're stuck, you turn to your co-host, which I did today, and I said, Timmy, you nailed yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you blind squirrel it, or have you got another one? And I've got nothing.
Put it this way, the cupboard's bare. But I thought we could go with it again.
But I think what it tells you is people want to have fun.
Yeah.
People want to... Sport has always been a release. And you think about telly on... You can watch Wimbledon tonight. You can watch the Tour de France. You will lead the call team, Timmy. I think you'd love 3 in a row, and certainly can. You've won the last 4 versus the Saints at Marvel. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we lost by 14 points here. I'm interested. We're talking to Jimmy Allen from the Saints there. They just seem to find a way at times against the bottom half of the ladder. They themselves can't get up the ladder. They don't seem to be able to beat the better team. So I think it's a 50-50 game. If I was them, I'd be concerned just about the way Port hang in there.
Well, they do, and since round 15, you've got your defence going, your differential for inside 50s. You're winning that, so it's fantastic, and that's back off defence. Let's speak to Jason Horne-Francis.
Yeah, it's been good. It's exciting to finally get 2 on the trot and, get into some form, even though we probably didn't play our best footy on the weekend. But I think the build over the last month, we've played some good footy, and to get the reward of the wins is pleasing, and it's good for us as a young group, giving confidence to us to know that our best footy is good enough.
You got the best and second best defence by the numbers. FIVEAA are number 1. We'll talk about them shortly. But St Kilda are far better at scoring. It's their 7th time this year they've kicked over 100 points. Last year, once.
So they're getting that right. A lot of it's out of the centre square too, which they're number 1 in the AFL. You wouldn't believe that, would you?
Besides, just so clever.
I think, but you've also got Rowan Marshall and DeConning when he wasn't injured, so it's quite a combo. But yeah, look, I reckon it beggars for a really close encounter. I'm certainly not going to be putting money on either way. Well, we've got a quick nomination. Andrew's come in on the text and said we finally have potentially the fastest man on the planet in Gout, and he tears a hamstring. Not fair, not fair.
That is not fair.
There you go, Andrew.
No.
Good call, poor bugger.
Ross Lyons, the coach of St Kilda, and I do love him. I love his press conference. He's always the smartest bloke in the room, but he sounds like he's been with Cheech and Chong all afternoon, doesn't he, when he talks? I call him old mate. That's not being derogatory. He's always very matter of fact. Have a listen.
Well, some positive things, but as I said, there's bigger challenges, obviously, and Port being one of them. Like, on all the analytics, are a very, very good football team and in pretty good form, beating good teams. So it's going to be a big challenge.
You could just see him laid back on a sofa with his slippers on in the press conference.
I would say more so.
Smoking Jack and a little Scooby out the gob.
It's like he's just gone in for a colonoscopy and he's got the anaesthetic in his arm. That's what
Jeez, okay.
Like to me. That wasn't very inspiring,
But
was
why
it?
a colonoscopy? I'm having one next Friday.
Well, you get the
Channel 7 and Channel 9.
Yeah, but you get the anaesthetic and
you do.
within 10 seconds. Well, and they make you count to 10.
They do, and I get about 3.
Yeah.
So I was right with that. That's how laid back he is. Anyway, Port 6 wins, St Kilda 7 wins. What are your ins and outs?
Yeah, look, Farrell, they're saying, is probably likely to come back, which is a good one. The only concern I've got on that is he came back last time for 1, and then he was straight back out again for another 3. So I'm hoping that now that adductor or whatever he's had trouble with, and or groin, that is now right, so we can get some games together. Now, if he comes in, I'd say they might go a little bit smaller and maybe take one of the tools out. Yeah.
Wonder if Ross Lyon will have another coffee with Zach.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are at the moment.
Coffee number 2.
He's not buying any at the moment. Put it that way, when he's going out.
No.
Well,
he wouldn't have to.
He's got lots of people buying him coffee, hasn't he?
He could have deep pockets.
Yeah. He's laughing.
Well done. 8223 0000. Port supporters have your say, going for 3 in a row. Adelaide have the Suns Saturday night. They've lost their last 6 games, and they're 18th for midfield clearance differential. Campo spoke to us about that. And with the stars they've got, they're fair dinkum. I thought I might just get back on the horse here. You know, I had a week off and I hit under the rock, the big one at Uluru, because I made the big statement. 10 goals, double down, 15. They haven't beaten the Crows at Adelaide Oval in their last 7 attempts.
And never at Adelaide Oval.
And never at Adelaide Oval. And the average winning margin for the Crows is 42 points in those 7 wins.
That's big.
Suns are no chance.
Okay.
Oh, that's big.
I'm back on the horse. Look,
that's big.
Quentin with a Q, he actually wants 6 goals in, so you're saying 10.
No, I'm not going to. I've learnt my lesson with the margin.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they're no chance.
Okay.
On the strength of those numbers I've just given you. They are 0.0, Timmy G.
I reckon 3 weeks ago I would have agreed with you, but I just got a feeling the way they went at Collingwood.
They were a little bit better, weren't they?
They were angry.
Yeah.
So I think that they're
too angry.
Yeah,
Harvey's
too angry.
got it wound up like a
it's cost them
twister.
Ned Long, but I think that they will have a dead set crack. Whether they're good enough, that'll to be seen.
It's going to be a cracking game, but they're no chance. Here's Crows coach Matty Nix.
Look, we know the challenge we've got this Saturday night. It's not always about win-loss, and we see how close the ladder is at the moment. There are 10 or 12 teams that are fighting out. It's going to be similar to last year, where it comes right down to the wire, and we know probably more than most. We finished top of the ladder last year. We knew we could have been anywhere from 9th or 10th, possibly, with a game or 2 being dropped. Our opposition this weekend, it's where it sits. They've lost some games that maybe they could have won. There's a lot of teams in the same boat. I think they're playing some really strong football, and it's going to be a tough one for us. We're glad we're here at home.
And that's the truth. It's going to be a tough one. Since round 12, the Crows are ranked number 1 for pressure, and that's pressure through the midfield as well. They're going to have to do that. Rowey, Anderson, Petrarca, Miller, I can bat down to about 6. They are star-studded. They just can't quite connect with that young ruckman, Ned Moyle. Here's Suns coach. I'll just call him Dimmer.
Yeah, it's the same as every week, isn't it? You want to play well against the best, and they've won a lot of games in a row. I think 7 or 8, maybe it may be. But what we do know is if we play our best footy, we give ourselves every chance. They're a great side and great form playing at their home ground, so it's going to be a huge challenge. We understand that, but we do look forward to that. It's a good way to respond from a game we played pretty well last week. There's some areas that we didn't quite get right. We're looking to rectify those this week against a very good side.
Both coaches very complimentary of the other. That's how they roll. This is going to be a cracking game Saturday night. I'm really looking forward to it. Crows have Thilthorpe ready and Miller, 2 begins. I think Archie and Pedler may be through the sample, but for CLK injury report, there's nothing in the cupboard.
No,
they're going all right.
Going well there. How much importance do you put on this as far as finishing as high as you can?
This particular game, from now on, it's round 18. Every 4 points is valuable, isn't it?
Yeah, but I reckon the ones below you, which this is one of them, you got to clean those up, don't you? And you've got a reasonable run.
Yeah, they got Sydney next week.
Yeah,
so that's a good one.
The 2 big ones are Sydney and Freo.
They've got Sydney and Freo.
Yeah, so they're the 2 big ones.
round 23.
But I reckon everybody else is below you.
Yeah.
So
happy days.
You have to put them away though.
Come on, I know you want to say it. Come on, T. If you don't finish top 4 from here, Stephen,
I wouldn't say that.
No, well, I want you to.
Why would you want me to say that?
Well, you know why.
so I can just fall flat on my face.
I'm trying to bloody drag you down with me.
And then I've got to book tickets to Uluru. I can't afford it, mate.
Peter's already had a crack at you, Rowey.
We drove there.
Peter's had a go at you. Lance has had a go at you. They're saying, shut your gob. You sound like an American. Way too confident. It's going to bite you on the bottom.
Confidence is a good thing. I'd rather be confident than not. I'd rather have faith in my team than not. And I didn't give a margin, but on the basis of those stats I read, the thing that my little brain goes to is there's no chance. And if I think it, I say it. I don't try to put filters on anything. Timmy, I'd like you to.
No, I can't help you. Can't help you.
Timmy, look at me. Don't change.
Okay, exactly. And you said, don't let me drag you down.
Do not change and do not let me drag you down. Hey, Dockers Swans tonight in Perth. Mason Cox is back and Tom Papley. Of the two teams, other than my team, that I quite like watching, and there's no surprise, they're up the top. God, I love watching the Swans play.
Yep.
Do you have another team you like watching?
I know probably people will be surprised, but I actually like watching Hawthorn.
But they're smart asses.
Yeah, even with that, I still like the way they take it on and the way they go about it.
So cool.
No, they're entertaining for me.
Well, how's this game tonight? And we'll preview it. Swans have kicked 172 more points and are number one for scores for than Fremantle. And that's a couple of goals a game. Freo, 1,115 points against, which is 164 less than Swans. They're the number one score against. So this is the best attack versus the best defence.
Wow.
So I wonder who wins.
I think...
What generally wins, attack or defence?
They always say defence, but I reckon if you can kick a bigger score...
it's
Freo got some weapons up there. Unreal. Now,
they do.
There's a bit of a rumour coming through from Malcolm saying Patrick Voss might not line up tonight, but I don't think that would even hurt them with the method they go about it.
Yeah, they got plenty of avenues to goal, and here's Dean Cox and Justin Longmuir on that.
No, not necessarily something to prove. We just want to test ourselves against the best teams. And what Fremantle have done all the year has been unbelievable. And, they play a really balanced brand of footy in all phases of the game. And we've got to be alert and on, making sure that we're aware of that.
Yeah, and our fans have really rocked up on Thursday and Friday nights for us this year. Well, I think we've played Geelong and Hawthorn, both top 4 teams on Thursday nights. Our supporters got there, supported us, and we played accordingly. So, yeah, we're hoping to put on the same sort of show this Thursday.
Well, just on the back of all of that, I just glanced over to, we have screens in front of us. We've got the text line. It's gone berserk. I've been called a muppet. I've been basically called, you are not fair, not fair. All I said is there's no chance. What is wrong with that? 8223 0000.
Call into the program. Lots of time for your calls tonight and lots of great guests. We'll preview all the games with the Crows, Scotty Burns and Riley O'Brien soon. We've got St Kilda's assistant coach and Jimmy Allen ahead of the Port game. Sean Grigg from the Suns, and our Where Are They Now guest, Port Adelaide gun, Daryl Wakeland. We'll cross to Wimbledon as well with Chris Stubbs. So we're covering all bases and we want your calls. More not fair, not fairs. If you've got any, 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Some gas fitters are happy just getting through the job. At the Gas Shop Unley, we're looking for gas fitters who care about getting it right. We're seeking experienced installers for high-end homes, high-end work, joining a team with a total focus on detail. If you're up for it, get in touch. It's steady 9 to 5 work with people who take pride in great outcomes. And because we're growing, the Gas Shop also needs admin and salespeople. Contact the Gas Shop Unley. Visit thegasshop.com.au.
It's back! Barnacle Bill's Bounty Pack. Sumptuous butterfish, prawns and calamari, spring rolls, chips and tartare sauce and a 1.25 litre Coke, all for just $35.90. Amazing value. Feed the entire family. Sensational seafood plus a 1.25 litre Coke. Get into Barnacle Bill today for the Barnacle Bill Bounty Pack. Only $35.90.
Fresh from the sea, it's gotta be Barnacle Bill.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. An SA Senator doubles down on claims the Telstra outage caused the death of an elderly woman. Subscriptions in the spotlight. Are you really getting more for less? Plus exclusive, Riley Thilthorpe on his return and the Perth curse.
Toop and Toop, what a company. They have nailed it again. They've just been named Australia's #1 large residential agency of the year at the Real Estate Institute of Australia National Awards. This is the National Awards.
Oh, yeah. This is national, but it's also a great win for the entire team and a reflection of more than 40 years spent helping their clients navigate some of the life's biggest property decisions, and it is big. And they do it with trusted advice, strategic expertise, and exceptional results.
They're just leaders. They are leaders in their industry.
In their
and
field.
People follow. They're great. And it's been led by Bronte. He's got a great team. He wanted to say that as a family-owned independent agency, he is incredibly grateful to the clients and community for placing their trust in Toop and Toop since 1985.
It's a long time, isn't it? Head to toop.com.au and to see how they can help you get the best result.
Signs you may have Big D envy. You've been invited to a mate's house to watch the footy, but you decline. Another mate's having a birthday bash. You make up an excuse not to attend. And finally, you feel like your partner is comparing what you have to what your mates have. Avoid Big D envy. Get in touch with Big Difference Home Improvements. From outdoor blinds to stunning verandas, pergolas, timber decking and carports, Big Difference Home Improvements will change your life. BigDifference.com.au.
The new look Corolla Cross, now in stock at Jarvis Toyota Somerton Park. Corolla Cross gives you the power to take on anything. Carrying on the tradition of legendary reliability and versatile functionality, it's made to help you move through life with ease. Plus, every new Corolla Cross comes standard with capped price servicing. Conditions apply. Experience the new look Corolla Cross difference and take a test drive today at the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
22 minutes after 4. It's Thursday night team selection night. We'll go through all that later on this evening when they drop at 5:50. But we want your calls. Rowey reckons the Gold Coast are no chance to beat the Crows on Saturday night. Have your say. And you had enough of Rowey's big calls because they've beaten the Crows on the backside in showdown. Do you think this one will happen again?
Well, it's got nothing to do with the club, has it? It's nothing to do with curses. They're just calls that have not quite gone right.
Well, the text line is saying otherwise at the minute, but we will get your calls. Do you agree? 8223 0000. It's a good question. Here's traffic.
At Regency Park, a breakdown on South Road near Grand Junction. Really big delays through there at the moment. A smash at Sturt to look out for. South Road near Marion Road. And more delays. They're quite heavy too at Modbury due to urgent electrical works. Northeast Road near Kelly Road. Those delays are outbound. Slow going Marion Road, Marion with a camera today. May Terrace at Lockley's. This winter, try an indulgent faster pasta, Belgian chocolate lava cake or Belgian hot chocolate. Better still, treat yourself to both at faster pasta. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Well, the text line's gone berserk. We love the phone call lines on 8223 0000. This sums up pretty much the call. And it was on the back of stats. Again, people need to listen. The Crows have not been beaten at Adelaide Oval. Their games against the Gold Coast Suns, their average winning margin is 42, and they haven't lost in the last 7. And I said on the fact of those stats, they can't lose. Well, how's this one? Rowey, the ancient Egyptians would be proud of your curse on the Crows. Oh, no, it's not a curse. What?
There was a few of those yesterday. They said, what are some of the great curses? Because wasn't there one on, was it the Boston Red Sox?
Yes.
Because they got rid of Babe
Ruth.
And he went to New York and won all those championships and was a champion and all that.
And they didn't win
and
a championship.
And they didn't win one for 80 years or something ridiculous.
Well, the Kennett's curse went for about a decade, didn't it?
Curse,
that was
where
huge.
He said Geelong will never beat Hawthorn again, and it just kept
After
happening.
the 08 grand final, and the Cats won every one of them.
See, now I wouldn't make that statement. That's a ridiculous one. Hello, Peter Parry.
So does Donald Trump make statements. Geez, they backfire.
Well, he got his way, though, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but you can make predictions, but it don't happen. That wasn't a red card. Gee whiz. Now, sorry, Tim.
No worries.
Very often, it's not very often I disagree. But what I'd like you to consider is Van Wyck, is that his name, the Russian?
Yeah, Big Alex.
Yeah, he was the emergency last week.
Correct.
Now, Dante didn't really have a good game last weekend, and that was 2 weeks in a row. Well, could he be considered as their second ruckman? And if Kane Farrell does come in, could he come in for the young guy that's only played 2 games and you move Burgoyne up a little bit further.
Yeah, they could do both of those, Pete, quite easily, without too many dramas. So, I'm not sure which way they'll go. I think they've been impressed with Van Wyck since he's arrived in the mid-season draft. So, if he keeps putting those sort of performances in, and you know what, he's got to put that pressure on to Visentini, because young Visentini's got to get his hands to it and mark it. Like, I've seen him get his hands to it, but it pops back out. He's got to get it and mark it, otherwise the pressure does come on from below. So, and that's only a good thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle. I dare you to read this out. I love it when someone dares me, Michelle. Excuse my language, but keep your, and insert swear word here, flappy mouth shut, Stephen Rowe. I'm sick to death of your constant stupidity. Gee, sorry, Michelle.
She didn't miss there.
No.
How about this one, though? This is Shane. Shane from North Haven. That might be a trigger for you, Rowey. I personally love Rowey's calls regarding the Crows. P.S. Where's my carton? He's the showdown winner.
Well, I was late today, and I will. No, Timmy.
Shane's thirsty.
I need you to text me tomorrow morning.
You know that image of a guy that's been out in the desert for weeks, and he's just gasping.
He's parched. He's parched.
He's got the water canteen and it's empty. That's Shane.
I'm going to head straight out to Powers tomorrow for you, Shane. Hello, Yuri.
G'day, boys. Listen, this is a sad, not fair. I went to Plimpton High School, and there's a sports teacher there who really took me under his wing. I didn't see much of my father growing up, and he really, really helped me with a lot of things and became really, really great mates. Apparently, this guy could play football. You won 7 premierships. Brenton Miles won 6, didn't he?
Oh, Brenton Miles, yes.
And he passed away. He passed away of a heart attack at 49 in 97.
Wow.
He was a very, very big part of my life. God bless Brenton Miles. Not fair, not fair. So young.
Great call, Yuri. Great call. And isn't it awesome when somebody, what would you say, mentors you like that?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Obviously picking up the rope there for him and helped him through. Yuri, good call, mate.
All right, before we get to the 4:30 headlines,
hot off the press.
So some news from Channel 7 Adelaide and their reporter Josh Money, who's saying ahead of team selection tonight that Hugo Hall-Kahan is set to come out of the side for Wayne Miller's return.
Dropped.
Interesting. We're going to take this up with Scotty Burns, who's the assistant coach of the Crows, after the 4:30 headline. So stay with us. But that's a big call. Would you say that's
I don't know that he's put a foot wrong, has he?
It's a Timmy G. Not fair, not fair.
Not fair, not fair.
Not fair, not fair.
Yeah.
He's been very good since he got picked up.
He has. I'm just trying to think what was his game like versus West Coast. It wasn't that bad.
And I don't think
wasn't amazing either, but wouldn't say it's bad.
But last in, first out. I mean, Miller was back, all-Australian halfback.
But Dowling was last in.
He played with
Dowling played midfield.
He played with Miller, right?
Yeah, they played together for about 3 games.
Yeah.
And they look good.
Well, Scotty Burns after the news.
We'll have to ask all those questions next. Stay with us, Crows fans.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
5AA Winter Breakfast.
An unidentified body was found on Somerton Beach way back in 1948. Derek Abbott, who is joining us on the line now, used DNA to identify him.
Yes, it's exciting. The science has been done. The DNA, we've identified who the guy is.
5AA Winter Breakfast.
His name's Charles Webb, son of a baker from Victoria. Happened to be here in South Australia and died. It finally puts it all to rest.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Kangaroo Island. It's best enjoyed exploring stunning beaches, secluded and at one with nature, reconnecting and spending quality time together. Fall in love with the great outdoors, unpretentious, unexpected, untamed. Experience Kangaroo Island unfiltered. Book your self-drive getaway now at sealink.com.au.
Building or renovating? Fridge or washer given up? Check out the Harvey Norman Clearance Centre today. 919 Marion Road, Marion. Big brand cooking and laundry appliances, TVs, fridges, washers, dryers, ovens, cooktops, and even the kitchen sink. Factory seconds, ex-display, overstocks, refurbished, carton damage, and new lines. Stock arriving weekly. All stock comes with a manufacturer's warranty. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, 919 Marion Road, Marion.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon. Mel Usher with the news headlines. SAPOL spoke to Senator Karen Little today about her 000 claim. As a result, they've made contact with the family of a person who died at a regional hospital yesterday. The declared public precinct in the CBD has been extended for another 6 months. The Prime Minister has struck a deal with his Indian counterpart to export Australian uranium. And in sport, round 18 in the AFL gets underway tonight in the West. Fremantle play the Swans. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon at Regency Park, a breakdown getting cleared on South Road near Green Junction Road. Stir to smash South Road near Marion Road. And big delays at the moment with urgent electrical works at Prospect Churchill Road near Castle Avenue. Speeds reduced through there at the moment too. Camera's got a couple around. Look out for those. Adelphi Terrace, Glenelg North and Cudmore Terrace at Hindley Beach. Get 3K off select MY 26.5 Everest plus the first 5 general services free. Participating Ford dealers only. Visit Ford.com.au for details. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, down to 8 tonight, a possible shower tomorrow, 17. Right now it's 16 degrees. We'll have more news at 5 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Rundle Street East is where Adelaide comes to feel inspired. This vibrant city boulevard balances historic charm and modern sophistication. Discover leading Australian fashion labels like Victoria & Woods, Assembly Label, Morrison, Caliber and Saba, alongside sought-after lifestyle brands like Honey and Gorman. From long lunches to late nights, cafes, restaurants and wine bars spill onto the street, shaping a place to linger, return to and rediscover. This is Rundle Street East.
Agostino, Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes are in the spirit of giving, and especially when it comes to the new Mitsubishi Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990. Now, if you've got a roadworthy trade-in, they'll give you $2,000 off the price. How's that? T's and C's apply, of course, but, you know, as long as it's got 4 wheels and, you know.
I've got a couple of BF and VT utes that are probably worth about $500.
Get yourself $2,000.
Look, they've always given great service. Now, everybody knows that. Great finance too. Great trade-ins and great range. And if they say they're going to do something, and we know Chris and the team, they do it.
Correct. Don't miss this opportunity to get behind the wheel of a new Mitsubishi Outlander ES. It's drive away from just $39,990. Plus, get a 10-year warranty and 10-year capped price servicing with it.
Go down to a wrecker, pick something up for $200, get it registered, whiz it into Aggies, and you'll get Timmy. You'll get $2,000.
Even if it's only got three wheels.
That's how you do it. Don't forget your trade-in. Get into Agostino, Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Thinking of painting and don't know where to start?
We do, because we know paint at Crowey's.
So, visit Crowey's. And while you're there, join Crowey's Club to get 10% off everything.
We know paint at Crowey's.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Look, I think he's shown this season he's right up there in all Australian discussions as he should be. And so him not being there has challenged us. But it's been great that guys have been able to step up and, you know, some would say we ground the last couple out. It's been a bit of a grind for us, but we got the job done, which is really pleasing. But we look forward to him being available. Hopefully everything goes well tonight.
That's Matthew Nick speaking about Wayne Miller just yesterday, 26 minutes to 5. He's set to return, but is it at the expense of Adelaide's mid-season draftee? Let's find out with our next guest. Whether your block is the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, build with Sterling Homes.
Yeah, well, Crows 10 wins set 5th with a great percentage, and I just feel them building round 18. They take on Gold Coast. Well, they've lost their last 6. Joining us is Crows forward coach Scott Burns. Burnsy, welcome.
G'day, Rowey. How are you going?
Fantastic. Phil Thorpe and Miller look like they're both fit and back?
Yeah, they'll be both back in, which is good. Yeah, a bit disappointed with Riley last week, just from nowhere. Just morning of the game, got a little 24-hour bug which knocked him around a fair bit. So that was disappointing because he's just starting to take a few steps, I thought, the last 2 to 3 games. And, yeah, look, Wayne's been in terrific form all year. So we've been a little bit conservative, give him that 1 extra week when we're travelling to Perth. And, yeah, he'll be ready to go on Saturday night.
So the bug didn't go through the group. Generally, when one gets it, the rest do. He was the only one. Just woke up a bit crook and, yeah.
There were a couple of little things, but they were actually all a little bit different. So it was it was an interesting week. But a few of the boys got through quite well and have pulled up well from the game on the weekend.
Now I suppose Murray will make way, and we're hearing Hugo might be out for Millera.
Yeah, he'll probably. We're looking at that at the moment, Rowey. It's been a great induction for him, hasn't it? To come in, and we're mindful, certainly with a few of our players still too. You're going to be really careful in this competition to be lenient or take things for granted. But at the same time, it's such a hard competition where some boys do need a little bit of a freshen up at times, and what you say, manage just to make sure that they're up and going in the last, especially the last month of the season. And we didn't get that right last year as much. We were running on empty towards the end, so we're very mindful of that this year and making sure that the boys over the last 6 to 7 weeks, we're giving a few boys the opportunity that might not get it maybe necessarily.
Yep.
And also the fact that we want to be really up and going that last 3 to 4 weeks before finals.
And that's damn smart. I mean, as I said, you sit sixth. You got a reasonable draw coming in. The games have still got to be won, but you're sort of like out of petrol tickets going in. You're still on the red line, and we know what the finals did, so I love the idea of that. Archie and Pedler, are they going to be okay through their hamstrings to be available for the sample maybe?
Yeah, they're back. Both those boys are back. I think we might only have 1 or 2 out this week. Fingers crossed, Row. We're starting to time things quite well. So, those boys will get back. We certainly don't want to rush them in, especially Cal, who's had a few episodes this year.
Yep.
Pedler's a little bit different. He's been a bit in and out for different reasons at times with a couple of different niggles, but at the same time too, we think it's just best at this point of the year to make sure they get a bit of, they bank the games and bank the conditioning up before they come back into senior football.
You've had some hammies. Did you do a internal deep dive and ask of questions of the PPT? And do you think whatever it was, you're on top of it? Or it's just the speed of the game and these boys have had hammies before, so they're going to have them again?
There's a combination of everything, I think, Row, with these. Yeah, we're always analysing and looking at everything week to week, and whether it's trends of the games, the way we're playing, or whether it's off-field, we're certainly looking at how we can get better and maybe controlling certain things. I think at the same time, if you look back at the start of the year, your coaches should probably put their hands up a little bit here too, maybe with, you get an Archie early in the year, it already had a couple episodes and we get him into round 1. Maybe it was us that pushed him back a little bit earlier too. So it's a combination, and some historically have issues, do have soft tissue injuries. We've seen Rankin in the past and Isaac Cumming, I think the last year, was it the last year or the second last year at Giants, he had quite a few episodes up there too. So there's history between players, there's certainly training, and there's always, we're always changing or adapting, trying to get things better. And we will push the envelope at times to make ourselves fitter or get to work into the boys to make sure that we perform week in, week out.
Hey, Scotty, you're happy with the first quarter reaction? I thought that it was a really sharp response from your midfield, and especially young McAndrew. We spoke to him and interviewed him, and he said, I could not wait to get out there and redeem myself. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, he's a ripper. Oh, look, he's just been outstanding for us. And, we're here probably 6 months ago talking about or discussing which way we were going to go in terms of the ruck stakes. And each week from January, he's got better and better and better. And, he's done a lot of workload this year, and we're mindful of that too. We've got to make sure that we keep an eye on him. And, in games, we're probably going to try and relieve him as much as we possibly can and maybe have to ruck a little bit more from elsewhere. But for him to come out and do that after the week before, it's the first time it's really been put on him, or I guess it's not about now he's just a young ruck playing. There's expectations every week to perform. So he was pretty disappointed with the Port game. But Sweet was outstanding too. He really took it up to him. But to come back, 6-day turnaround too, going to Perth to perform like he did, he gave his first look. And the boys, especially Fogg, forward of the footy, certainly finished off the work.
I know you look after the boys up forward. Last 4 games, shooting at a goal accuracy of 63.6, number one in the AFL. That is, it rewards the efforts of those up the ground, doesn't it?
Well, it does, yeah. And that's Matthew Wright takes control of the goal kicking. He does a lot of the routine with the boys and things like that. So credit to Matty. We've been one of the better teams in the comp, I reckon, probably the last 3 or 4 years, so not just this year. And the other thing, you look at it sometimes, I see, a lot of teams getting shots on goal, a lot of teams inside 50s. We've been a little bit less, but I I think a lot of that is to do with us kicking accurately at the start. So we kick the goals and it goes back to the middle rather than kicking points and getting the opportunity to get those re-entries. So it's something we've always worked on. And mind you, we do have some elite players too. I mean, you got Tex, you got Fogg and Rochelle that don't miss too many when they get the opportunity. But one bloke who's, I guess, where he was probably 4 to 5 years ago to where he is now, he's Ben Keys. He's been terrific with his accuracy and his opportunity. When he gets the opportunities, he certainly finishes his work as well.
Yeah, very accurate team. Scotty Burns, our guest from the Crows. How do you see the Suns? They've lost their last 6.
Oh, I see Petrarca, I see Anderson, I see Rowey, I see Collins, McAndrew. There's some really good players in that team. Yeah, they'd be disappointed with how they've gone the last little bit of the season. But there's some quality and talent in that team. And as we responded last week, you expect them to come out and respond pretty aggressively against us. So if there's any complacency on our part, or we just relax a little bit, they'll certainly expose us. We know that they're a pretty pride bunch. Dimmer will have them, I would say, pretty fired up this week to really turn the tables. And there's no better way sometimes when things aren't quite working that you do go interstate. You get away from everything. You get the group together. You get them in the hotel. You get around each other. So we're expecting a fierce battle early, but we've just got to make sure that we bring what we brought against West Coast early.
Well, excuse me, Scotty, they're 18th for clearance differential with those names, Anderson, Rowey, Miller, Petrarca. They've never won at Adelaide Oval. Your last 7 matches at home against them, you've won by an average of 42 points. Mate, they're no chance, Burnsy.
How many times have you got this past Rowey? It's a journey.
You hear the agony in his voice.
He knows me well. Well, I don't want to. I'm saying because I don't want complacency like bloody. Must have happened showdown 60. What happened showdown 60?
Sport are excellent. That's what I'm going to say, Rowey. I thought they were absolutely outstanding. I saw them 2 weeks earlier against Sydney, and I thought they should have won that one, bar inaccuracy. I think Port are underrated in terms of before they played us, and people are just starting to take a little bit more notice now of how they're playing and how they're defending.
There you go. And you know what?
I agree with everything he said then.
If you want that answer, you hang around instead of going to Uluru, right?
Yeah, I had to hide under a rock last week, Burnsy.
The biggest runner ever, Scotty.
Burnsy, I had you guys by 15 goals. I know you don't listen, I don't care, but I was that cahoot, and boy, did I get smashed after the game.
And when we were doing our homework here, Scotty, and looking at stats, Crows the most around the ground stoppages in the AFL. Why is that? And is it a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure how to read it.
We've always been generally high with that, Timmy. We have done a lot of work with our tackling as well.
Right.
I think from a tackling efficiency, we're up there now, quite strong in that area. So we certainly pride ourselves on that to restrict the opposition from, I guess you say, driving legs or getting out into a bit of time and space. So I think we do that well.
Yeah.
We don't deliberately go boundary at all. There's nothing, and mind you, there's a new rule anyway that last touch it comes back in. So I think the main thing with us, we've had quite a few forward 50 stoppages, so we've got it in there. If we haven't won the ball, we've certainly halved it quite well as forwards.
Right.
And there's been quite a few repeat forward 50s, so it'd be interesting when you look at the midfield compared to the entirety of the ground where we'd sit with stoppages.
Well done. That sounds like a good thing. I was just wondering, from your point of view, pre-season you'd be thinking, now, how do I combine Alex Neil-Bullen, Keezy, Rochelle Rankin and this Calamarchi character, you beauty? I reckon you'd almost be disappointed that you just haven't had that Archie piece for most of the year, unfortunately.
No, that's right. I really feel for Cal. When you come to a new club and you want to impress and do things, it's just the reality is, as we know, if you play 12 to 15 years of senior footy, whether it's SNFL or AFL, there's probably 1 or 2 you're going to be injured for most of the year. It's just the reality.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay fit for 15 years. So unfortunately it's his first year here that he's had the problems. But I can just go back to, there was a couple of big things he did against the Bulldogs, I think, that got us up and going at Adelaide Oval. I reckon that round 2 game before he hurt himself.
Kicked a great goal.
And even down that Hawthorn game down at Launceston, first backs, I think, first centre bounce, Rochelle handed one to him. He just finishes his work, Cal. Like he's one of those boys that when he gets the ball in hand, is very, very, very likely his teammate's going to get it next. So, he's going to be, like I said, we don't want to rush him. We just want to make sure he's up and going and, make sure that he's fit come when we need him towards the end of the season.
Love our chats, Burnsy. Saturday night, Crows and the Suns. They're going to bring their best, there's no doubt. I thought they were building through that Collingwood game. There's a bit of anger. They've lost 6 in a row. I know, and I have the confidence we'll bring ours for 4 quarters. If that's the case, we win. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, boys.
Cheers,
Well
Scotty.
done. Scotty Burns, our guest. Now, see where I finished that with Burnsy?
Yes.
So at the back of that, I can say they're no chance. Now, of course, they're a chance. I mean, people go. Someone here said, can you send Michelle a bottle of Rusden Black Guts? Well, don't encourage swearing and defaming me.
I thought it was very clever work of hashtags and symbols.
Give Rusden Black Guts away willy-nilly.
No, that's true. And it's
willy-nilly.
It's not Friday Fun Day anyway.
Which is tomorrow, which is actually Christian's 50th.
It is too.
Does he give us anything else, or do we have to give him a gift?
I was going to say.
I think when it's your birthday, you get a gift.
Yeah, okay, we got to look after Christian then.
So we're not going to give Michelle a bottle of Black Guts.
You sound a bit needy there, Sam.
Ange is too. Let's get to your traffic. Whether your block is the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, build with Sterling Homes. And then on the other side of this break, we're going to speak to Jimmy Allen, who we know very well here in South Australia. He's an assistant coach this year with the Saints, and we're going to preview St Kilda and Port Adelaide.
Afternoon at Regency Park, a breakdown getting cleared on South Road near Grand Junction Road. Smash also getting cleared at Sturt, South Road near Marion Road, but still got quite big delays to Savo at Prospect due to urgent electrical works, Churchill Road near Castle Avenue. Busy South Road, Edwards down slow, Fullerton Road at Dulwich with a camera West Beach Road, West Beach. Head to Chemist Warehouse and save more money every year on your regular medication with discounted prescriptions in every store every day. Shop Chemist Warehouse today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show. Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G track down the sporting greats of years gone by. With 5AA's Where Are They Now? Thanks to Walco. Walco are at the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover.
Great things begin with the right space. A space to work, a space to store, a space to create. Right now, build the space you've always wanted with Olympic Industries sheds, garages and outdoor storage designed for Australian lifestyles. Visit one of Olympic Industries' inspiration centres today and bring your space to life. Start something with the Olympic Industries sale. On now.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's a lot to like about Mawson Lakes Mazda. They'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash. And your breakfast or lunch is on them. Your car gets the love too with their state-of-the-art service centre, brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, they'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
Now, with over 50 years in business and 60 industry awards, Sterling Homes has set the standard. Now, that's a long time in business to be setting standards, I tell you. To celebrate their achievements, they're inviting you to share your dream with them.
So with Sterling Homes, you get up to $30,000 worth of luxury upgrades your way at no extra cost. Choose what matters to you. It could be, reverse cycle air conditioning, stone bench tops, solar panels and more, plus 2.7 metre high ceilings. They're included.
Spot on. Sterling Homes listens to your must-haves and considers your nice-to-haves and works with you to create your ideal home, because at Sterling Homes, your home. You can visit their display homes across Adelaide. For locations, go to sterlinghomes.com.au. T's and C's apply.
Treat your family and friends to something a little fancy from FIVEAA, your family liquor stores. If you relish your winter reds and you like them full-bodied, we have SA-made Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon and Malbec for you. A great way to warm up is with a dram of whiskey, and we have many great Australian distilleries with their own distinct flavours. Beer tastes change too, but you're covered with local craft stouts and porters. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store for over 50 years.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. The Excelsior Hotel is back. Fully renovated kitchen, fresh new dining room and new menu with all-day dining from 12. Come to something new at the Excelsior Hotel.
Two legendary tyres,
one incredible deal. This month at City Discount Tyres, buy any 3 selected Yokohama Blue Earth car tyres or any 3 selected Yokohama Geolander 4-wheel drive tyres and get the 4th tyre completely free. Whether you're commuting or heading off the beaten track, visit citydiscounttyres.com.au for expert advice and unbeatable value. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
10 minutes to 5. Where are they now with Daryl Wakeland coming up at 5 o'clock? And for those interested in the tennis, semi-finals coming up tonight and tomorrow in the women's and the men's to decide the finalists. And Chris Stubbs is live over there for Stan Sport. They will join us very soon.
Well, Port Adelaide take on St Kilda for the second time this season. It's over in Melbourne, and one of the guys looking after the back line and well known to South Australians here with 3 McGarrys and a flag at Norwood. Jimmy Allen joins us. G'day, mate.
G'day, thanks for the intro. Good to be here.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. Actually, just off the top, mate, are you enjoying AFL coaching life?
I am, yeah. No, it's been really good. It was sort of not something that was on my radar too much, but yeah, I'm glad I took the plunge, and yeah, I'm learning plenty. It's really busy, but yeah, enjoying every minute of it at the moment.
How would you compare it when, say when you were at Werribee as the head coach?
Oh, everything just moves a lot faster here. 2 nights a week at Werribee. It's a bit different even to the sample. We were just Tuesday, Thursday training and had a bit more time to get your reviews done and probably, a lot less access to players. So that made a difference where we got a lot more access to players here so you can spend more time doing vision and working on, their game with them. So that's been really enjoyable. Yeah, it's a big difference. Things just move on really quick. We play a Sunday game and by Tuesday, you're looking at the next week. So, yeah, it's a bit different like that, but it's been really good.
Just wondering, when you were, coding and the like and preparing to show your team highlights and the like, how do you manage the playing group post a game like Essendon? Because I reckon it's probably one of the least pressure games I've seen, especially in that first half.
Oh, to be honest, we've been really big, and Ross has led this, is just focusing on process, as boring as it sounds, and not worrying too much about results. And we've got certain things that we've been working on that we think allow us to be a difficult team to play against. So there was some stuff in there that we did better than we had been doing, and there's still stuff to work on. So regardless of the result, it's pretty stable every week. We don't really ride the emotional roller coaster too much. And we played the week before and lost to the Bulldogs and thought we did a fair bit right. We just didn't get our entries right, and we went to work on that, and they were a bit better this week. So we took the positive out of that. But in the second half, we probably just went away from the way we wanted to move the ball a little bit and weren't as ruthless as we could have been. So that's a challenge for us going forward, doing it for 4 quarters.
Jimmy, what's your role?
I'm looking after the back line, which is, I told most of my mates when I first got the job, they asked me if I even knew where the back line was.
That's harsh.
I had to get a map. Had to get a map to find my way down there. But it's been great. It's a really good. We've got a great coaching group, a really experienced coaching group who have made it a lot easier for me, and they sort of helped me out a fair bit. And even with our group, Callum Wilkie's a good North Adelaide boy, so I already knew Wilkes before I came here, and obviously he was appointed captain of the club, and we've got some really experienced guys in our side, but we've got some young guys as well. So it's a great group to work with.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Jimmy. You're the most offensive, attacking, creative, hard-running forward midfielder we've seen in the sample for 30 years. What would you know about tackling and pressure? I thought you might have been in the forward line because St Kilda have kicked over 100 points 7 times this year. Last year, you did it once. Now, that's a seismic shift, Jimmy.
Yeah, obviously, I can't speak on what it was like here last year, but there's been a fair bit of work put into the way we move the ball and the way we attack. But I like to think, Rowey, that a lot of it comes off the back of really strong defence.
Yes, it does.
And I'll tell the boys that the best form of defence is having the pill in your hand. So we're trying to do that as much as we possibly can, and we're working really hard to get the ball back in our front half a lot and as close to goal as we can, because it's really hard to move the ball against quality AFL teams from one end to the other. So if we can get it back in our front half, it gives us a good chance to score. So that's something we've done probably better than what was done last year, I'd assume.
Yeah, and Port are very similar. They've got a new coach in Josh Carr. They're the second best defence by the numbers. He's started there and he knows he can get the attack from there. If you have a look at the game they played against you at the start of the year, it's going to be totally different under the lid now. Scouting them, what are you impressed with in their growth?
Oh, 20. They're a really good side. And we like to think, like I mentioned before about results and process, they're in a similar boat to us where probably not happy with where they're sitting on the ladder and how many games they've won. They've beaten some really good sides and got within a goal of some really good sides as well. So they're defending really, really strongly, as you said. And we found earlier in the year we started really well on the back of stoppage, but we couldn't move the ball that well against them. So that'll be a focus for us. And then they've got some gun players around stoppage, and Aaliyah intercepts everything that comes in his direction, and Georgiades and Whitlock are really strong targets. So they're doing a lot right. They're probably, if you just focus on the win-loss, you're thinking they're struggling, but it's certainly not the case. They're a quality unit. Kari's doing a great job with them.
You mentioned Callum Wilkie and catching back up with him after North Adelaide. What a story that is. A guy that, was on a half-back flank at North Adelaide, gets this opportunity, becomes one of the best players in the league, not just at St Kilda, and a captain. I mean, you have to pinch himself at times and go, gee, what a journey.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And our other co-captain, Jack Sinclair, was a rookie listed player as well. And coming from where I've come from at Werribee and playing a lot of state league footy in the sample, there's a lot of guys out there who, with opportunity, probably can show what they can do, and those guys are two guys that have got that opportunity and taken it with both hands. But it's a credit to both of them. They work really, really hard on their games. They're always trying to look better. And what I've been really impressed with Wilkes, having known him since he was a kid, is how invested he is in making others better, and how invested he is in making our team the best it can be. And he's a great leader, and I'm sure he's on his way to another All-Australian selection this year. It's been fantastic.
You guys love scoring from centre bounce, number one in the AFL. What do you put that down to? I mean, Marshall and DeConning, obviously a great combination when he's fit and firing. And how far is DeConning away from a comeback?
Yeah, he was in at the club today. He was talking about playing next week. I'm not sure if that's going to be realistic or not, but it won't be too far away. I think we play Thursday next week. He was sort of suggesting if it was a couple of days later, he might be right. So we'll see how he goes there. But, yeah, the ruckmen are really important for us. But the growth in our midfield, and Robert Harvey does a wonderful job with them. Guys like Hugo Garcia, Darcy Wilson, obviously Naz can play a little bit, as you've seen. And who else is in there? Oh, Max Hall, like his growth is another player that got picked up in the mid-season draft. These guys have gone from strength to strength, and we're quite dynamic in there now. And I think that's testing opposition teams. We come up against a midfield this week who are just as dynamic and got some real weapons in there as well. So it's going to be an exciting battle.
Look forward to it, Jimmy. It'll be under the lid and in Melbourne, and it'll be Port v St Kilda, 12:45 our time here in Adelaide. All the best with it.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
That's Jimmy Allen, St Kilda assistant coach, working with the defence, and of course they're playing Port Adelaide.
They certainly are. Live on 5AA. Time for the 5 o'clock news. Next, a Port Adelaide legend, Daryl Wakeland, joins us for Where Are They Now?
Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
Optus social media manager Derek here. We've read lots of comments, a bit like this one. Why can't I speak to a human when I need to? We want you to know we're on it with 24/7 human tech support online.
G'day, Rowey and Timmy G here. Now, we cover all the latest in sport on the 5AA Sports Show podcast. Find it on the 5AA Player app.
Who can fix the shower?
Service today.
Who can fix the power?
Service today.
With thousands of positive reviews, it's no wonder that Service Today is the most recognised and respected home service company rated by Australians. Our licensed technicians can help with all your plumbing, electrical, heating, cooling and home security needs. So when you need reliable home services, at Service Today, the answer will always be, yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today. Google Service Today to book one of our experts.
You know, there's the odd client and company that's South Australian and proud of, that only sell the premium best things, that have been around a while, and they are the leaders, and that's Crowey's Paints.
Correct.
And you just gravitate to them. There's a store near you, just Google them, you'll see. So no matter what you're painting or staining, be a chair, a door, a wall, a house, rendering, wallpapering, metal tiles, they're the leaders because they carry all the big brands, only the premium ones, and they have the best advice because they're all ex-painters. Well, not all of them, but pretty much so.
Yeah.
You know, if I wanted to get a job at Crowey's, and I am a master painter, and I've done my trade, and I had a business for a number of years, I wouldn't get a gig in the front office.
Do you know what's interesting?
I actually would.
We had a text the other day about not fair, and it was
that'd be not fair, not fair.
It was about the fine cotton horse.
Yeah,
they tried to paint it.
They did,
and it didn't work. It ran off, and all the rest of it. They had it gone to Crowey's. They'd have got away with that scam.
Because they would have used an oil-based one.
Yeah, correct.
Not a water-based one that when it rained, it ran down his eyes.
What I use?
Good.
What do I use to paint a horse?
Oh, God. I tell you, don't make a mistake. Get into Crowey's. Only sell the best premium quality paint at the best price. Visit croweyspaints.com.au.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Down to 8 tonight, a possible shower tomorrow 17. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Meet Crows Braden Cook and Port's Jordan Sweet at Sports Card World's Trade Day this Sunday, Regent Arcade.
SAPOL spoke to Liberal Senator Karen Little today about her 000 claim. A post on her social media account last night said there'd been a death due to the outage. As a result, they've made contact with the family of a person who died at a regional hospital yesterday. After being advised of the death, a police investigation was launched into the cause and circumstances. A report will be provided to the coroner. Telstra says customers can feel confident in contacting 000 following yesterday's nationwide outage and a subsequent issue overnight. In a fresh update today, the telco confirming 639 welfare checks have been completed since the problems began. A software glitch related to the network's GPS timer has been identified as the cause of the blackout. Telstra's Chief Financial Officer, Michael Ackland, says mobile networks are complex.
We will continue to work through further changes to ensure we have the most robust solution, but customers can feel confident in calling 000. Our backup systems and welfare check process remains in place, of course, and we have not needed to complete a welfare check since that solution was put in place.
A development today in the James Vlasakis case and his push for parole. There'll now be a full hearing on August 12. The serial killer has served 26 years behind bars. A traffic stop at Renwark has led to a drug bust. Police stopped a 44-year-old Gilberton man. Checks revealing he was driving while disqualified. A search of the vehicle allegedly located illegal drugs, drug paraphernalia, multiple mobile phones and cash. 2 properties were then searched with drugs and weapons, including a double-edged knife found. The man has been charged and bailed to front court in September. Well, the Prime Minister has struck a deal with his Indian counterpart to export Australian uranium to India. Indian PM Narendra Modi is in Melbourne for high-level talks with Anthony Albanese. The 2 leaders have also agreed to strengthen cooperation on defence, critical minerals and cyber security. Speaking through a translator, Mr Modi says the agreement will benefit both nations.
These similarities between us and our common worldview inspire us to continue moving forward together with deep mutual trust.
The Pit leads the pack in today's Emmy nominations with 25. The late Rob Reiner recognised for a guest appearance in The Bear, Michael J. Fox for Shrinking and the Super Bowl halftime show. The Emmys will be held in September. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
The Crows team for round 18 will be released later this hour. Assistant coach Scott Burns has told Rowey and Timmy G. Riley Thilthorpe and Wayne Millerer will be back to face the Suns this weekend.
A bit disappointed with Riley last week, just from nowhere. Just day of morning of the game, got a little 24-hour bug which knocked him around a fair bit. So that was disappointing because he's just starting to take a few steps, I thought, the last 2 to 3 games. And yeah, look, Wayne's been in terrific form all year. So we've been a little bit conservative, give him that 1 extra week when we're travelling to Perth, and he'll be ready to go on Saturday night.
while Kane Farrell is set to return for Port for their away game against St Kilda. Hawthorn coach Sam Mitchell says forward Nick Watson will miss another week. He's been ruled out of their clash with Carlton on Saturday due to a hamstring injury. Well, Gout is out. He won't compete in next month's World Under-20 Championships after suffering a hamstring injury at training. It's ladies' semi-finals day at Wimbledon, and SA's Thanasi Kokkinakis is in doubles action in the semis. And the British Prime Minister is hinting at a public holiday if England win the World Cup. Their next match is a quarter-final against Norway this weekend. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Got some big delays this afternoon with urgent electrical works at Modbury North East Road near Kelly Road. More delays at Prospect with works, Churchill Road near Castle Avenue. And still got that burst waterline getting sorted at Old Ranella Main South Road near Sheriff's Road. Slow going right now, Marion Road, Marion with the Camera Hub Drive at Aberfoyle Park. Have you heard? The IKEA sale is on now, so to get up to 70% off hundreds of products, just head to ikea.com.au before everyone else finds out. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 8 tonight, a possible shower for your Friday, 17. Saturday showers, 15. The same on Sunday. Right now it's 14 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Brenton Radless.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Stacey Lee here. I'm with Vincent Scarley from FIVEAA Financial Services. Vince, what is a reverse mortgage?
Unlike a normal mortgage, you never have to make any repayments. You might be retired and still have a small mortgage. That gets paid off. A huge relief. Or you've already paid off your home, but suddenly you need cash for emergency medical needs. Might want to buy a new car, update your kitchen, or take that trip of a lifetime you've always wanted. Or, simply, the cost of living crisis is impacting your lifestyle. Also, some of them used it to help their children or grandchildren get into the property market. It's been a game changer for my clients. Whatever the reason, we have the solutions.
So call Vince on 1300 99 888 FIVEAA Financial Services.
Call me 1300 99 888.
If you've been thinking about a new kitchen, but not sure where to start at Dream Doors Kitchens Adelaide. They do more than kitchen facelifts. They design and build complete kitchens and custom joinery tailored to your home and your budget. From wardrobes to laundries, vanities to full kitchen renovations, their in-house designers guide you every step of the way. Family owned and trusted across SA. Start with Dream Doors Kitchens Adelaide. Visit dreamdoorskitchens.com.au.
Introducing Geely Mawson Lakes. Geely is the world's most exciting new automotive brand, bringing advanced technology, outstanding safety and exceptional value. And when it arrives, it matters who you buy it from. At Geely Mawson Lakes, you'll find an experienced team, the right vehicle with the right deal and advice. Backed by a trusted South Australian dealership group, we're proud to bring this new range to Adelaide's north. Geely Mawson Lakes, your new Geely destination, just a short drive from the city.
Stay informed, get involved. 5AA, always Adelaide.
Adelaide's only local sports show.
The 5AA Sports Show.
Still to come, team selections for round 18. Riley O'Brien's in the studio. We cross live to Wimbledon on semi-final night and chat with Chris Stubbs, plus Sean Greig from the Gold Coast Suns, and Daryl Wakeland's our Where Are They Now?
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show.
It's 8 minutes after 5, so Adelaide and Port Adelaide with their teams this hour. Miller and Thilthorpe will come back for the Crows, but Hugo Hawke-Kahan is reportedly set to make way. We'll get all of that at 5:50 in Port Adelaide with one change expected. Kane Farrell to return after a few weeks out with injury. On a night of Thursday night footy, it's Freo and Sydney tonight. It'll all be live on 5AA 1v2. What a scintillating battle that'll be in Perth. All thanks to Walco at the centre of SA's biggest cover-up with their incredibly good-looking Walco mesh pool cover. It's time for this.
The 5AA Sports Show's Where Are They Now? Past legends, past glories.
Yes, well, a man from the Eyre Peninsula, a great area for Port Adelaide's recruiting junior zone. He played a total of 261 senior games with Port Adelaide in the SNFL. He was drafted to Adelaide Crows, did not appear there, but went to St Kilda in 95 and played 115 there, and then came back to Port Adelaide in the AFL, where he topped it off with the 2004 premiership after winning the 1994 Sample premiership with Port Adelaide and taking out the Jack Odie medal as well. I speak none other than a great teammate of mine, Daryl Wakeland. G'day, Wakes.
How are you, Timmy?
Excellent,
well?
excellent, my friend. We're going to delve back in time here, mate. We're going to float right back to August 11th at about 11:45 p.m. when one Daryl Wakeland was born, and then about 20 minutes later, his brother, twin brother, the next day, born about 12:15. Was that about right, Daryl?
Quite incredible that, Tommy. Timmy, you got your stats right there. Very, very clever lady, my mum, and either side of midnight. It's quite incredible reflecting back on it. But Wyler Hospital, where we lived for the first 6 months of our life before moving back to mum and dad's hometown in Kimber.
Yeah, so you grew up, like I said, a country kid, EP, Kimber, one of the great towns that are over there. But when did you guys make that move to Port Lincoln? Did you play some junior footy in Kimber?
Yeah, went down there end of year 8, Timmy, which was one of the great moves. We got such great friends down there, but opened our eyes to obviously a pretty tough footy comp down there, a lot more depth in the teams, highly talented players from down there in the lower Eyre Peninsula. So, one of the special things down there, we created quite a bond with a lot of the Mallee Park boys who we got to know. We played against the fathers of sort of the Eddie Bettses and Harry Millers and the Burgoyne boys and Jack Johncock. So pretty special times, really good to cut our teeth as young sort of 15-year-olds playing in the A grade over there. So, and a great culture of a town. It's at that period in your life as a young teenager.
And then you make your way to Adelaide. I remember the process. Bobby Clayton used to go over to the Eyre Peninsula, and he'd go to Mortlock Shields and the like. So when did they put the radar on you two?
Yeah, there's always a couple of players, I suppose, going across in the previous years before us. Obviously, Julian Burton and Brady Chalmers and these guys. A bit before that, obviously, through the 80s, Daisy Borlace. Kutchi was obviously late 70s. Darren Smith, guys like this. So
David Hines, of course.
Yeah, Hinesy, obviously. So Hinesy, my favourite player, being 100k up the road in Woodner, and undersized ruckman as I was at that stage as a young kid. So yeah, pretty special. Bobby Clayton and Jeff Monteleone and guys like that, Chrissy Nat, spent a lot of time over there, thousands and thousands of Ks, spending time on the EP, trying to find them diamonds in the rough over there. And we were fortunate enough to get invited to come across for year 12.
Were you always a package deal? Had to be Daryl and Shane. Was it always like that?
Well, as we used to call Bucky Cunningham, Bucky Blood out of a stone Cunningham, and Bobby Clayton used to manage the budgets to bring the young EP boys across. So they offered up rent just to pay for one of us and boarding with a lady out at Largs North.
Right.
And I think the old man said to him, if you're going to pay for one, you've got to pay for both. I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we gave them a return on investment.
I think you certainly did more than that. Generally, when there's twins, recruiters and coaches and all of that, they say one twin's better than the other. What was it touted? Were you better than Shane or Shane better than you? Or it was literally because, if you look at both of your careers.
Well, Shane went first.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, I was injured in my draft year, but before that, Rowey, I was actually in my Till Cup year with Rue and Hardy and Scotty Burns, Sanderson and guys like this. So there was quite a number of us, 8 or 10 of us invited out. You wouldn't have probably remembered Rowey, but at the end of that Till Cup year in 91. Okay. So, but I got injured the following year, and Shane actually played a really good year, got drafted ahead of me, even though he wasn't in the Till Cup that year previously. So just the way it went, Crows ended up putting me on the list for 6 months in that 90, picked me up in that 93 draft after missing out in that 92 national draft. So But it was back in the day, you weren't contracted unless you were in that sort of top 35 or 36 players. So we rarely went to training, got a bit of gear, and that was about it. But obviously the priority was to get a game for the Magpies at the time.
How different is that, Wakes? I mean, what do you do? Just collect your bag and your socks and shorts and then...
smile and wave and then walk out?
Pretty much. Yeah. They'd invite us down for training on the random occasions, and most of the time I was doing uni or just training at Port. So I said, look, I didn't have a car and catching buses everywhere. So for the 3 times I think they invited me that year, and I ended up being injured again that year, I think I might have ended up training once. So it was quite a bizarre period. There was 52 on the list back in the day, and got a call at the end of the year, and they said no longer required. And I said, that's fine, I'll just concentrate on Port. And that's all you really wanted to do at the time, get a game for the Magpies.
Yeah. Well, and how well did that go? The next year, you're playing a flag with Timmy in 94 and you won the Jack Oatey medal.
Yeah, well, Rowey, I obviously had a chip on my shoulder. My twin brothers over there in 94 playing AFL footy, and I'm thinking, well, I reckon I'm as good as him, if not better. I just need that opportunity. I needed to have a big pre-season and just, really had to believe in myself and just get myself right. Obviously, I'm a pretty incredible leadership that we had with Timmy first year as captain in 94 and Roger Delaney and Rowan Smith and these guys. Paul Northeast on your halfback flank, Rowey, you sort of stand pretty tall. But they'd let a number of us young guys that year. Andy McLeod come through, Stephen Carter, Troy Olsen, Simon Pedler. So,
God, listen to the names,
Yeah, and proudly we had, we talk a lot about the EP boys. We had a lot of fun. We brought a lot of energy to that group of the, what we call the FIVEAA Peninsula boys, which is Timmy and Hutz and all them. Quite an incredible group, them senior players that led us through that period. And I always reflect on it quite incredibly. All them guys you talk about, Mark Tyler, Dave Hutton and Brownie and all them guys, they're all within couple of them, couple K of each other on the FIVEAA Peninsula. So it was a pretty special time to come through, and we were just along for the ride, some of us young kids. And, fortunate enough, we had an incredible finish to the year, and we won that flag, which is really special.
Did you get chatted to? Because Greg Phillips retired at the end of 93, so there's a gap at centre half back. Were you chatted to and said there's a spot there if you want it?
Well, I think there was probably a bit of a chat, but really I'd only played the previous year in the reserves in the back end of the year to be down back because I had so many injuries as an undersized ruckman and a centre-half forward. And so I got tried back there. Obviously, Meaty, Justy Sheehan were sort of in contention. But my number one thing was I just wanted to be the fittest guy on the track. I had an incredible pre-season and it's probably the fittest I've ever been. And that gave me first crack at the start of the year. And, the rest is history of the year. I think I played 25 games that year. I missed 2 or 3 with broken collarbone early in the year and then got back. And, we had a good run into the finals.
Never look back from there. You get drafted to St Kilda. You go and join your brother Shane. And, that's not an easy thing to happen either. So how were those conversations? And was there other clubs involved?
It was obviously because I'd been listed on the Crows list back in 93. It was obviously the Dockers' first year in 95, so they had first rights to list players who had been on list previously. So it was a complicated trade with the Saints said, we want to bring you over and we think we can get you in a trade. And we've already spoken to Sydney and Fremantle, and it was all part of that, quite that intricate, complicated Tony Lockett deal. So I was actually listed with the Dockers, went to Sydney and then got on traded to St Kilda. And it was obviously that time too, Port were trying to get the licence. They had a fair chance. They think, we think we're going to be in next year, 96. And so I actually got offered a contract from Port, had something put in front of me, but I just thought anything can happen. I could do a knee in 95 and then my career's gone. At least this way I can get across to the Saints, maybe play a few games, and then if I'm going okay, I have the chance to come back at some stage.
Well, you certainly did that. Fast forward to the 97 grand final. You played that against your old team, the Crows. Tell us about the emotions of that and the game itself in front of 100,000, the MCG grand final day. So it happened quick for you. I mean, players can play 14, 15 seasons, never get there. At least you got on the dance floor.
I think I was 22 at the time. I'd just been made vice captain, Rowey, but it was we'd always had good battles with the Crows. The only team to beat us going into that grand final were the Crows in about round 10 or something. And so we won 10 on the trot going into finals and around 12 or something. But, yeah, I mean, I always say when you look back, I mean, we had absolutely every opportunity in that grand final. And but that, as history will show, you know, you're probably going to end up with 5 Hall of Famers in that Adelaide side. Quite incredible, albeit, you know, they were only kids at the time. You know, Tyson Edwards and Goodwin off half-back. I think a number of Vardy, they'd all played under 15 games. So, you know, highly talented, and there was a pretty handy guy at full forward who kicked a few. D. Jarman, and a pretty good half-back flanker who was groomed superbly under Tim Ginniver at Magpies, Andy McLeod. So he turned from a tubby little 17-year-old, didn't he? Timmy, over a space of sort of 4 years and become a hell of a player.
Loved him, cheeky little bugger he was.
He was.
Now, Daryl, I remember asking a silly question. I said, Wakes, when did you actually, I think we were over in Port Lincoln actually at the races. I said, when did you come back and join Port Adelaide, you know, in the AFL? And you said, when we started winning.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that, but it was 01, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's certainly no direct correlation there. It was
I loved it because it reminded me of me. Self-promotion.
Well, I think the beautiful thing about that year coming back, and you always love to get revenge on your old footy club, St Kilda, we always used to towel up Port. But the year I come back, obviously we started toweling up St Kilda, which was a really lovely thing. But at the time, I'd come into a group. It was an up-and-coming group. We had that great blend of experience, but, you know, some of these players coming through, Stewie Dew and Roger James and obviously Warren Treadray and just, you know, generational players. Brendan Lade, who had 2 broken legs in my first 2 seasons, went on to become a 3-time All-Australian. You know, he would have been a 6-7-time All-Australian if he hadn't got injured. But,
incredible,
you
isn't
know, and obviously we had a great skipper, great leader in Matty Primus, who, you know, you often hear, and Timmy was one of them type of players that, you know, you stand taller with some leaders you have. And I had some magnificent captains I played under, obviously Danny Frawley at the Saints, but Matty was that one of them genuine guys who you did stand taller playing under. So obviously a pretty Gavin Wangadine, who'd stepped down, slotted into that back flank position, back pocket, played some terrific footy.
And 04, winning the flag. You know, your 01, 02, 03, 04 seasons were unbelievable, but I'm glad you got one in the end, Daryl, with that team and that group coming through with Choco.
Yeah, cheers, Rowey. It was, you know, you obviously look back on it fondly. All them years you do, really, from where the club had come from in that first sort of 7 years. We had opportunities. We're up against some bloody good football sides through that period. Collingwood nearly landed a knockout punch in 02. You know, the great side of Essendon couldn't get over Brisbane in 01. So they go ahead and go 01, 02, 03. They do Collingwood again. And then, so definitely the greatest side I ever come up against. And, we had the legs on grand final day in 04. And, it was a magnificent day for the whole club.
I got to call that game as a commentator, and when the ridiculous actions of Alistair Lynch started to occur, I cannot tell you, it was almost like a parental moment came over me where I wanted to jump out of the box and just launch into him.
He didn't land any, did he?
Well, that was the whole thing. He didn't. But you know, how did that build up, Wakes? And it's an infamous moment now in that grand final. And it was so, like, it just seemed ridiculous from a very experienced player. Was there any build-up or you know, anything said to warrant that?
No, not really. It's still very bizarre to this day. You hear him talk about it on socials and stuff, but it just still to this day, it was obviously we'd played on a lot over the journey. He'd played on me a couple of times when I was playing full forward at the Saints, and he was full back. He obviously played a lot of full forward in his latter years after he'd come back from chronic fatigue. So he'd bulked up during that period. He was a very aggressive type player when he come back. But certainly on that day, there was nothing outwardly. he obviously was injured in that first. It was probably only the first 13 minutes of the game. You could see him pull up short and get injured. So he was obviously disappointed with that. He was angry, and I was obviously in the wrong place at the wrong time. So yeah, still very bizarre. But I think the whole grand final was probably one of the last of the real. Not sure what you call it, but it's a tough, genuinely tough grand final where there was some punches thrown and there was a lot of niggle. Yeah,
bit of Wild
but
West.
they were probably genuinely the toughest side that I ever come against. In
your career.
In my whole career.
Yeah. It's a where are they now? We know you're in pharmacy. Give the business a plug. What are you up to?
Yeah, we've got a group of stores. My business partner and I, FIVEAA. He's a lad that's grown up in the western suburbs. We've been partners for nearly 20 years. We've got pharmacies mainly in the north and the west.
Yeah. What's the name of them?
PharmaSave. The brand is called PharmaSave.
Beautiful.
So we've taken on that. That's our brand. We've just opened one in Davern Park last week. We're doing a big reno for that over the next couple of months, and that's going to bring a great brand, a great pharmacy to the community. We love it out there, and I'll put that plug in there. Thank you, Timmy.
No, well done, mate. Hey, look, it's always great. We've run out of time, unfortunately, but I've got to say, you were a fantastic footballer, premiership player. You're a good-looking bloke. You're intelligent. You really dragged Port Adelaide down, mate. Hey, great chat to you, mate. We'll catch up.
Too kind. Too kind, boys. Great chatting.
Good man, Daryl Wakeland, our guest in Where Are They Now? And, he's all the opposite, isn't he? All the stereotypical Port Adelaide things.
Well, he's a country lad and he's never lost that. That's right.
True.
And hard.
Yeah.
He was a good player. Very
good
player.
overhead.
Oh, wasn't
so
he?
good.
Great to hear from Daryl. It's SA's biggest cover-up. Walco's mesh pool cover keeps leaves and debris out of your pool all year round, and because it is pulled super taut, it just never sags. It looks amazing. Ask Walco about their mesh pool cover. Let's check your traffic at 26 after 5.
G'day there at Modbury. Urgent electrical works on North East Road near Kelly Road. Heavy delays outbound, plus urgent gas works on Smart Road near Haverley Avenue in Modbury too. Prospect urgent electrical works there too. Churchill Road near Castle Avenue and slow going South Road, Ibbstown. Busy at Old Ranella, Main South Road near Sheriff's Road with the camera at Chandler's Hill Road or Halloran Hill. The MG4 EV Urban, an affordable electric vehicle from just $31,990 drive away. Test drive at Adelaide's newest MG dealer, Adelaide City MG, Mile End South. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. Get a coach's perspective each week on the 5AA Sports Show when Rowey and Timmy G chat with Scott Camporeale for Coach's Corner. Thanks to unique home-style foods, trusted by South Australian businesses for over 35 years. See the difference.
When deciding on a gas fireplace for your home heating, you may think they all look the same. Well, at the gas shop, we're more than happy to
turn the lights down low. So you can see how different each one is. That's a beautiful thing. Heating, cooking, comfort, turn on to the gas shop. 161 Unley Road, opposite Target.
There are many reasons why Steinborner Automotive is well worth a trip. With over 400 cars in stock across 10 yards in Gawler, Barossa and Clare, including Steinborner Ford in Clare with a great selection of the best value new, demo and low kilometre Ranger, Everest and Mustang. Along with outstanding service from our award-winning staff, you know it's well worth the trip to Steinborner Ford. View our whole range of Ford at steinborner.com.au.
Ooh, I tell you what, if you're partial to a whiskey or two, you have to see how huge the range is at Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Now, for whiskey lovers, it's a bit of a treasure chest right here in Adelaide. I'll tell you, Sam and Jamie will take you through it. It's amazing.
They're unbelievable. They'll find that hard to find one. They're always tracking down something interesting, the rare, the hard to find, the bottles you don't see everywhere. They can tell the difference between a whiskey with a Y and a whiskey with a EY. Now that apparently is important. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They reckon the EY is Irish based, and the Y is without the E is the Scottish based.
Well, they're Japanese whiskies, curl moustache. Yeah. So what's that one, an EY or a Y?
Oh, I think it's triple E.
Us pals.
Yeah. Us pals, exactly. Yeah. That's why we're here. Now, listen, if you want to discover some of the rarest and hardest to find spirits, wines and some of the great craft beers, shop online at powsliquor.com.au or visit them at Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Everyone's Pals. It's next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
Phantom Outdoor Blinds. What are you doing? Oh, just writing a jingle for Phantom Screens.
OK, well, tell them they're up to 12 metres wide, yeah?
Really big?
Tell them they block the wind and the rain.
Blocks the wind.
And blocks sun and insects.
Really shady, and gross things can't get in.
Tell them there's no posts.
Uninterrupted views.
Phantom Outdoor Blinds. Blocks out most things, just not your annoying mates. phantomscreens.com.au.
You could get free hearing aids with Specsavers Audiology. No cost to you.
3 hearing aids at no cost?
Free, not 3. But where would a third one even go? Get government-funded hearing aids at Specsavers Audiology. Book a hearing check today. Conditions apply under the Australian Government Hearing Services Program. Standard range only.
If your last experience with a massage involved a bit of squeezing and a bit of shaking, Feel Good Massage Chairs would like a word. When you try a Feel Good massage chair, you'll experience a world of difference. Feel Good massage chairs provide a therapeutic massage to improve circulation, joint stiffness and muscle recovery. Imagine unlimited massages for you and your whole family. Feel the difference with a Feel Good massage chair. Visit their head office showroom on Port Road or at Marion.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 5:30. Chris Stubbs live at Wimbledon for Stan Sports going to join us shortly, and then Riley O'Brien is in the studio as team selection drops for both the Crows and Power in 20 minutes' time.
Oh, yeah. What are you expecting?
Well, I think Dilthorpe's back and Miller's back, and I think Toby Murray's out, and poor old
Hugo is going to make way for Miller. Gee, the text line's gone off online on social media. Crows fans are spewing about this.
I'm a bit sad about that because he hasn't really put a foot wrong. And you had a win against West Coast, so it's not as if you go, oh, well, he did perform and we lost. I reckon he's pretty tidy the whole time he's been there.
Well, he has been, but I think Scotty Burns did say that maybe his PPT numbers are dropping a bit. He's tailing off a bit, and they're probably thinking, well, Miller is back. Let's rest him up. He can play at the level, which is great.
Well, that's what he's proven.
I did like this one. Timmy! He didn't mention Bix's unfair hit on Wakes. Now we talked about that.
That was horrible, Enzo. I don't know
no point bringing that up.
I don't think it actually...
He doesn't like it.
It doesn't endear anybody, does it?
No, and Bix doesn't like talking about it. I mean, it wasn't a good act.
No, it was a horrible moment.
It was a horrible
in football.
moment. So why would you bring it up?
The other one was too, I think, with Alistair Lynch, the difference was he didn't land. And it was probably more so, why did he have that motivation?
Well, he knew he was injured.
He knew he was injured.
And that was his last game he played.
But I reckon it marred all of his career because before that, everyone admired the way he played and then went out silly.
Yeah, but he didn't land one.
No, he went out silly. He went
out swinging.
Time for the 5:30 headlines. We're going to talk Wimbledon next, and still time for your calls.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Mel Usher with the news headlines. Police have launched an investigation into the death of an elderly person at a hospital in regional SA yesterday. The person is believed to have died during the nationwide Telstra outage. There's been a house fire at Hewitt, north of Gawler. Australian uranium will be exported to India after the two nations agreed to a new deal. And in sport, we're heading into day 11 at Wimbledon. Thanasi Kokkinakis will be in semi-final action in the men's doubles. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Afternoon at Modbury. Urgent electrical works on North East Road near Kelly Road are very slow at the moment. Plus urgent gas works on Smart Road near Haverley Avenue in Modbury. Gawler, Burst Water Main North Road closed in both directions near Victoria Terrace. Super slow at the moment. Fullerton Road through Dulwich. Quite busy Anzac Highway, Marion Road. Camera, Frederick Road Grange. Don't tax yourself. Max your tax refund with H&R Block. Available day, nights and even on weekends. Book an appointment or start online today at hrblock.com.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast down to 8 tonight, a possible shower tomorrow 17. Right now it's 13 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
FIVEAA Winter Breakfast.
What makes the city livable and how do we compare them? Liam Davies, Adelaide has ranked 8th. That's a pretty good endorsement.
Yeah, it is a good endorsement. Australian cities always rank very highly, and these surveys are a reflection of, as much as we may have problems, the basics we've done really well.
FIVEAA Winter Breakfast.
I think if we were to count cost of living, there's a lot of Australians at the moment that would say, actually, we're not so lucky.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
You had a dream. Life happened. You parked it. Well, the dream is back. The Honda Prelude returns. Reimagined for right now. For everyone who never stopped dreaming. See the icon for yourself at Formula Honda Glen Osmond or Modbury. The Prelude is reborn with hybrid efficiency, intuitive tech and instant torque. Welcome back, Prelude. Visit Formula Honda at Glen Osmond Road, Glen Osmond or North East Road, Modbury and book a test drive today.
How many times a day do you experience hand or wrist pain? If simple things like cooking, holding a cup of tea or coffee and recreational activities are giving you pain, do something about it. At Grip Surgery, we specialise in hand trauma, carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis, joint replacement, sports injuries, nerve pain and more. To get a grip on the life you loved before, free from hand pain, visit gripsurgery.com.au. That's gripsurgery.com.au.
Well, nobody knows paints like Crowies, and I should know because it's one of my favourite trades because I was a very good one, in actual fact.
Yeah.
One of the best. I could put a lick of paint on anything.
Who else said they worked with you? Because
Roger Murdoch.
Oh, no, Froggy Murdoch. But we were talking to someone the other day.
Maynard.
Rocket Maynard.
Oh,
Remember when we were doing the Where Are They Now? So he went to Crowies with you.
Did you do Rocket when I was away?
Yeah, we did. Oh, sorry.
Why would you not do that?
At the parade. But we were at the parade. We had to go to the parade to promote the
Did you do it
North
live
Glenelg
or did you do
game.
it on the phone?
Did it on the phone. But somebody in a house over the outer side near Cooper's Hill has actually put the Rocket Maynard grandstand on there, on their house. How good's that?
Stop it. That's great. He would have had to paint it.
He said to me, he painted with you when he first came down and said he went to Crowies regularly because he said he wasn't sure whether your advice was right.
Well, don't. Hey, okay, then don't listen to me. Go with the strength. Go to Crowies because I tell you, there's a paint store near you. They only have the premium quality paint. Doesn't matter what you're painting or staining, whether it's metal, tile, steel, whatever. It might be that big skyscraper out there. The staff will help you.
Yeah.
So when you know you're getting the best advice.
What do you need, Rocket?
You can get Rocket. Help me out here.
Rocket's what Rowey say.
Don't listen to me. Listen to Rocket. Visit crowiespaints.com.au.
King Living Winter Sale ends soon. Save up to 50% on Australian designed award-winning furniture. Come home to the future of furniture. Come home to King. Sale ends soon. Shop online or visit a King Living showroom today.
If you need a window, and not just anything will do, just call Statesman Windows. Factory direct to you.
Statesman Windows, a local homegrown success story, has been serving home renovators and builders right across SA for over 45 years. Their success is built around family and service, consistently providing the highest quality products at real value for money. Call Statesman Windows.
Windows winning where you want them. Windows winning where you want them.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 23 minutes to 6. We're going to speak to Gold Coast Suns assistant coach in the midfield, Sean Grigg, ahead of their game against the Crows on Saturday night. And Riley O'Brien from the Crows will be in the studio in the next 10 minutes as team selection will drop very, very soon.
Well, exactly right. I think we've got Stubbsy on at the moment. We're into the semis of Wimbledon. Joining us is Chris Stubbs. Chris, thanks for your time.
Good evening. I think it is your time. How are you?
Very good.
Well done.
Now, who the hell is this world number 114, Arthur Fury?
Unreal.
Yeah, this is a really cool story, isn't it? So you get these every now and again. So Arthur Fury, now he grew up here in Wimbledon. So he went to King's School, which is about a kilometre away from the courts. His house was just a street over the back. His family actually are French originally. His mum was a player back in the day. So he's got tennis in his blood. But yeah, he is a wild card who started the year ranked just inside the top 200. And now here he is in a semi-final. The last wild card to do that, a man by the name of Goran Ivanisevic. And if you're like me and love your tennis, you might get a little twitch when you hear that name.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, what a night that was.
The famous Monday match, right? Taking down Pat Rafter. So there is history there. It's on the line for him, but £90,000, that's £900,000. That's 1.75 mil already. That's more than doubled his entire prize money from his 4 or 5 years on tour. Number 36 in the world at least, just for making the semi-finals. So it was the way he did it. FIVEAA, top 10 player, just made the final Roland Garros. He destroyed him. He was so calm. It was remarkable to see.
And Zverev in the semi, is he any chance?
Yeah, look, he is. I think Flavio had run out of legs a little bit. Let's take nothing away from the performance of Arthur, who on that stage of centre court delivered yet again. But Zverev is another step. His serve is something special. And obviously he's just become a Grand Slam champion from Roland Garros from the French Open. So Zverev is riding high. He had a pretty easy quarterfinal himself against an injured Taylor Fritz, won that in straight sets as well. So, look, Zverev is going to be an enormous test for Arthur. Arthur's fast around the court, good hands, moves really well, but, he's already played the matches of his life. He'll have to play another one if he wants to beat Zverev.
Who names their kid Arthur?
Arthur, yeah. Well,
that's a real old-fashioned name, isn't it?
Well, because it's French people. So it's Arthur, as they would say in France. So it's quite popular there. There's a few other French players who are Arthur, but yes, it would be Arthur now that he's here in England.
Well, glad we cleared that up.
No need to snap.
Yes.
The one thing I did like about him, Chris, was his demeanour in the presser afterwards. He's like, "Oh, yeah, right, okay, there you go." And geez, I was good today. He was pretty confident.
He's just soaking it all up, to be honest. He came up to the balcony, to the rooftop in the media centre where we do all our interviews, and he did a lot of them, to be honest. So he said yes to most, but he did make it only one question each, which, as you can imagine as a journo, is pretty hard to try and come up with one question to sum up everything that he's just done. He did look a little bit like deer in the headlights up there, just so overwhelmed. The camera crews that were following him around from the behind-the-scenes team at Wimbledon were just, there were microphones and everyone wanting a piece of him. So he did look a little bit taken aback by that. He wasn't aware of the prize money. He wasn't aware of the rankings. That was the question I put to him. Money's not an issue. He comes from a wealthy family, but the ranking of 36 in the world, that almost makes him a seed if he can have a couple of good tournaments coming up, which just gets you into every event, obviously, gets you the protection at the slams. I mean, this is life-changing in every sense.
Not wrong. What about the old fella, Djokovic? Made it through yet again in a five-setter, beats a younger man, I think, 14 years younger or something ridiculous. So it's an amazing achievement. But can he go again against Yannick Sinner, the existing champ?
Yeah, look, he's the ultimate warrior. Like, love him or hate him, watching that match, he just continues to surprise. Continues to impress. He will have locked himself into a hyperbaric chamber, I think, all day yesterday here, London time, with his day off. He gets another day off today, which is just perfect for him. He would have needed every hour of yesterday to recover. Today, he'll probably have a light hit. I don't imagine he'd do too much. But, yeah, just keeps breaking records. He's had more singles wins here now than any other man in history. He's looking to equal Roger with the same amount of titles here. He's looking to, of course, become the only person to win 25 Grand Slam titles. So history's on the line, but Yannick has been building, getting better and better. Yes, as you said, the defending champion from last year. You sort of get a feeling that this is the final. And the winner of this one would probably start favourite, I think, against Zverev. If he can do this, the problem is then he does have to back up again against Zverev. So we saw he made the final of the Australian Open this year, started well but ran out of gas. So I think that's the only query, is just how much this 5-set match, the longest quarterfinal in the history of the event, took out of him.
Goodness me. Well, if anyone can do it, he can.
Correct.
Did I read Cruz Hewitt, which is Leighton's 17-year-old son, has got through to the singles at Wimbledon?
Very big story in South Australia. Very, very big.
yeah.
Cruz Hewitt, 17 years of age, into the quarterfinal. So backs up and plays again today against Dimitrov Kisimov, the 9th seed from Bulgaria. So Cruz has actually been playing very, very well. I mean, he's obviously a bit taller than his dad, so he has some natural physical advantages there when it comes to the serve. And his game seems really well matched on grass. So he's already taken down a top 5 seed in his previous match. Now he takes on the 10th seed. And this is really impressive. Cruz is developing well, and you can only imagine the pressure that he's had to develop his tennis under that spotlight with that surname, and doing a really, really good job.
That's fantastic. And just quickly on the women's draw, I see Coco Koff's got through, and I'm not going to pronounce the other 3 girls' names. Go for it. Go
All right,
for it,
well, I'll give you a quick wrap. So,
Please.
First of all, we've got other Aussies, Mark Polmans and Storm Hunter. They play the final of the mixed doubles today.
Oh, good.
Yep, so they got the second seeds, Marcelo Aravalo and Yelena Ostapenko. So good opponents, but I think the Aussies can do it. Thanasi Kokkinakis, another important one. He's in the doubles semi-final with an American, but that's okay. With Kovacevic, but they take on the former champions here, Harry Hiliavara and Henry Patton. So stiff opposition there too. But yes, the women's semis today. Karolina Mukova against Coco Gauff. That's the first one. Mukova, the better grass court player over her history, crafty, great tennis IQ. Gauff, this is her best Wimbledon, a Grand Slam champion already multiple times. 6-1 head-to-head in favour of Gauff, but they've never played on grass, which gives Mukova a real chance. The only win that Mukova had was in April against Gauff, so fresh history there as well. So, look, I think my head says that Gauff should still win it because she's been in these occasions more often, but Mukova, the grass court, it's going to be a close one, but I think Gauff gets through. And then the other semi-final, Marta Kostyuk, who made the semi-finals at Roland Garros, the Ukrainian, takes on Linda Noskova, the Czech player. The Czechs love the grass. What a history they've had here at this venue, even in recent years, Krejcikova and Vondrousova being champions. So a 10th year in a row, we'll have a different Wimbledon champion, a first-time women's champion at the All England Club. So there's something about this place, but some great tennis to come today.
Well done. Just keep getting that strawberries and cream down your tonsils there, Stubbsy.
Do you know what? I haven't even had one yet.
Oh, come on.
I haven't had Pims. I haven't had strawberries and cream.
That's not
so, well, you might be able to tell I'm a little nasal. I haven't been all that well. So,
you got a runny nose, Stubbsy.
I've been sticking. Poor me here in Wimbledon with a runny nose. Bring out the violins, right?
Well, you got a fair snoz. Get a big hanky, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Hey, thanks for crossing. You're a great man. Well done.
Always a pleasure.
Thank
34
you.
degrees today. Another hot one here. Take care, boys.
I was going to ask that because there's a bit of a heat wave going through Europe. Gets anywhere near 30 and they cry. It's a bit.
You know why? Because their air conditioning's not up to it.
Oh, you reckon it's that?
They don't have air conditioning like we do for hot weather. They just, it's not.
Wimbledon, love it. Chris Stubbs, our guest.
Big couple of nights coming up to finish off one of the biggest tournaments of the year. It's 14 minutes to 6. Next, team selection for Crows and Port Adelaide will land at 5:50. So that's on the other side of this break, along with Riley O'Brien in the studio.
At Modbury, urgent electrical works on North East Road near Kelly Road. Heavy delays outbound, plus urgent gas works on Smart Road near Haverley Avenue in Modbury. Prospect, urgent electrical works Churchill Road near Castle Avenue and Gawler Burst Watermain. Main North Road closed in both directions near Victoria Terrace. Camera, Raynell Road at Woodcroft. Get 40% off the everyday low price on Healthy Care at Chemist Warehouse, including the new NMN range. Sunlands July 15. Stock up on Healthy Care at Chemist Warehouse today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. Crows big man Riley O'Brien joins Rowey and Timmy G each week on the 5AA Sports Show. Find out what's going on at Westlakes. Thanks to Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens Swear Jar Pledge. Riley O'Brien swears to bring you the latest Crows and AFL news.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. Toop and Toop has been named Australia's #1 large residential agency of the year at the Real Estate Institute of Australia National Awards. It's a proud moment and a reflection of more than 40 years helping South Australians buy and sell property with trusted advice, strategic expertise and exceptional results. As a family-owned agency, we're incredibly grateful to our clients and community for placing their trust in Toop and Toop since 1985. To learn more, visit toop.com.au.
Hi, Brady Bitt here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. You might have thought our end of financial year clearance was done and dusted, but the deals aren't. There are still plenty of reasons to get your new Mazda. You heard right, we're talking immediate delivery on all models and colours, even low-K demos. All ready for immediate delivery, but for a limited time only. No gimmicks, just great deals and the best customer support for you and your shiny new Mazda. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
A full bottle of LPG? That's useful. 2 bottles? Even more useful. Your first 2 bottles of LPG for $79 each with delivery from Origin? That's all kinds of useful. Sign up by 30 September, only in selected areas. Equipment fee and T's and C's apply.
Now, whether you're hunting down a rare collectible or just keen to swap cards with the grandkids or kids, Sports Card World is the place to be, especially on trade day, and that is this Sunday.
It's big. So get into Sports Card World Region Arcade. Say good day, mate, to Matt and Ben and the team. They'll take some of the new cardboard home. They call them the Stars. Plus, you can meet Crows Braden Cook from 12 to 1 and Porch Jordan Sweet from 1 to 2.
Now, if you've got some cards you just like signed, well, this Sunday is your best shot. As always, trade day will be packed with AFL cards, Pokemon cards, NBA cards, any card you want.
That's it. So take your cards, meet some AFL stars while you rub shoulders with other local collectors. This Sunday, 12 till 2, it's at Sports Card World Trade Day, Region Arcade, just off Rundle Mall.
If working with NDIS plans is a source of confusion or frustration, there is an easy way forward. At Complete Care, you're given a client service manager. Think of them as a concierge, there to assist and recommend services as they're needed, from cleaning and home maintenance to social support and transportation. They're essential to our clients and always available to their loved ones. It's just one of the things we do that sets us apart. Trust client service managers from Complete Care with a K.
Hey Australia, Optus Social Media Manager George here. We've read lots of comments. A bit like this one. Regional 5G service is so average. Oh, sorry. That was all in caps. We want you to know we're on it. Right now we're rolling out more 5G towers across regional Australia so more people can enjoy fast speeds. Super fast 5G in more places? We're on it. Check website for coverage. 5G availability and speed may vary.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 10 minutes to 6, so teams have landed for Crows and Port Adelaide. We're going to go through them right away. But first, let's welcome in our special guest, Riley O'Brien. And another swear jar pledge from By Urban is that Riley O'Brien swears to deliver the latest Crows news and insights.
Crows big man Riley O'Brien.
You are the OG! Riley O'Brien!
On the 5AA Sports Show.
G'day, Rob.
G'day, boys.
Missed you last week.
I know, I've missed you, Rowey. Bloody hell, it's been sad not seeing you for a couple of weeks.
Well, that can happen. Now, let's go through the teams. Thilthorpe's back in. He had a bit of a runny nose. Miller had a little twing. And out goes Dowling and Hugo Hall-Kahan.
Managed. He's been managed, yeah. He's obviously come in as a mid-season draftee. Hasn't missed a beat. He's been amazing and his numbers have been through the roof, I think. So they're going to look to manage him and get him good to go for the rest of the year. But obviously some handy ins there. Riley Thilthorpe and Wayne Miller are not two pretty handy players, Rowey.
And, so they're going with Thilthorpe. I would have thought the natural thing would have been maybe Toby Murray go out. But, God, we're tall.
Yeah, well,
the
plan going into last week was the same thing. Obviously, Thilthorpe and Toby were both in the team last week.
Were they? And then Thilthorpe went out late because he had a runny nose.
Yes, I think he had a bit of a virus. Rowey, I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a runny nose or
13,
or what.
13 and rain Saturday here in Adelaide.
Wow.
But we're playing at night.
Oh, so it doesn't rain at night.
Yeah, I think it does.
Who does that suit, Timmy? The rain, do you think?
They're reasonably tall as well.
Slippy would help Gold Coast, I would have thought, because they train and play in Slippy.
But your midfield were better on the weekend, and they haven't been going well in the midfield. They're number 18 for clearances.
Really? That's surprising, given their actually stocks in there.
Difference.
Going into the season and early parts of the year, they probably have the best midfield on paper.
They've got great names.
Got the Brownlow medalists. They've got a couple other real A-graders, but they haven't. Obviously, the 18th doesn't sound great, does it?
I think 11th for contested.
I'm trying to get my head around the tall sort of thing. So it's telling me that the ruckman's getting a bit tired, McAndrew, and Toby Murray has to do more ruck work, or they just love the Toby Murray bloody McAndrew combination.
We've seen it a few times this year, Rowey, including round one, where Toby came more off the bench to give some ruck relief. And
he did about 50% game time.
Yeah, and be able to keep Riley forward ahead of the ball. Probably, I'm not sure. I'm probably speculating, but yeah, probably look a bit nude ahead of the ball sometimes when Riley goes in there. We've got another tool off the ground.
Okay. Haven't spoken to you since the Showdown 60. What happened there?
Oh, Rowey. We went through last week. Lucky I didn't buy into your pre-game.
And we played that. We actually played that.
No one
we said you're a bright man.
You try to get me to give you a number, how many goals. So I'm very, very lucky that I didn't buy in, mate, but it went the other way. I would have said probably 8 goals and it went the other
way. Well, it goes to show, and I'm not saying the boys in Showdown 60 were complacent because they're prepared to the minute by the coaches and they're professionals. But Port Adelaide were either absolutely superb, and Scotty Burns basically said that, and the Crows were slightly off. And that's the AFL game. That can happen, can't it?
100%. Yeah, they were on. They were absolutely on, and they looked $1 million. And we came in prepared as usual. And when you're a couple of % off, Rowey, with your intensity or little things, it can start snowballing, and all of a sudden you lose a game like that.
Looking at the Suns this week, we spoke about their numbers. Do you think if you're looking at them, it's the connection of their young ruckman with that midfield group? It's always a combination. It's always the coverage you get on the ground, the setup you have, the talent, and the ruckman about connecting with them. But, God, they've lost the last 6. They can't draw you a football through the midfield.
Yeah, it's very surprising because early in the year they were touted as premiership fancies and they had a great start to the season, but they've obviously not in the best form at the moment. They've been playing some really good teams, to be honest. They've had some tough challenges, but they're not quite getting it together at the moment. So we'll be looking to continue that.
Now, support or deny this next phrase that's going to come out my mouth and comment. The Crows have beaten the Gold Coast Suns the last 7 times they've played at Adelaide Oval by an average margin of winning of 42 points the last 7 times. The Suns have never, ever, ever, ever won on Adelaide Oval. So the next thing that comes out of my mouth, you can either do double thumbs up to the Facebook or you can just go, Stephen, you're on your Pat Malone. They're no chance against us Saturday night.
Rowey, we've been through this. Rowey. You're not allowed to say that.
No,
You're not allowed to say that. Do you want the Crows to lose this week?
No, of course they're a chance. Of course they're a chance. But those stats are quite damning.
So they're no chance.
Well, people don't listen to the spoken word. With those stats, you would think they're no chance.
Bit of hyperbole doesn't go straight up here.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I love that word, hyperbole.
It's fantastic.
It comes out my...
Good on your hyper.
Yeah, well, hopefully that continues, Rowey, but you never know with footy.
Okay. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it.
They've got some great players, so it's going to be awesome.
Riley, one thing I do know is that you're on a panel, I believe, as a consultant to the contact at training. Now, the AFL released a statement a couple of weeks ago about reducing the amount of contact time at training to avoid head clashes and the like, and they've got a cross-section of players, coaches and the like involved.
Wow, this is new.
Your name appeared on that list.
That's good intel, Timmy. You've done your research, obviously. Yes, that was on early in the week, so we're on a panel to sort that out, and I think that'll come into effect probably coming into next year. I think NRL's already done it, NFL do it. It won't be anything over the top. It'll just be very reasonable.
We'll share the info.
Was it good?
I can't go into the info, mate.
Was it good being on the panel, though? Being consulted and the like?
Very interesting to be a part of those processes. And the AFL do a great job, I think, consulting different stakeholders to work these things out. And they're very concerned in the concussion space, as a lot of people are. And I think they're doing a great job in actually exploring that and engaging players and coming to a solution that actually works for everyone. It's really beneficial for long-term health, but also allowing players to train and get better.
And you gave a player's perspective, no doubt.
Yeah, raise some concerns around, I guess, what players want from a training point of view and need to actually perform on game day and keep themselves safe by training the right technique and also training instincts at training and not bringing that down too low to mitigate that.
Don't become a consultant. They're nobody's.
Good. I'm not a consultant, Roy. It's a meeting. It's one meeting or two meetings.
You're on a panel of consultancy about a I mean,
he's being.
This is a panel here, isn't
invited.
it? Consulting about how much the Crows going to win by this week.
Yeah, correct.
Don't defend him. Did you put your hand up for this, or you were the last squirrel that fell out and they said, oh, Roddy, jump on
I
that?
think they asked every 700 other players, and I was the last one. So they said, jump on, mate.
Well, he's a man of great intelligence. We have him here for My Urban for a reason.
Yeah, I've done a Masters of Neuroscience, Rowey, so I'm just trying to use that in an effective way.
Masters of Neuroscience.
So not a master of painting. He's a master of neuroscience.
And Rowey's done a Masters of Hyperbole, I think.
I've got an MBA in business and it does F all for that.
That is incredible.
But that's quite impressive. That's about the brain, the thoughts.
How the brain works and that sort of thing, among other things.
Impressive, are you?
Mate, you're going to...
Who else is on this little committee?
When he finishes this...
And is it paid?
He's going to write a book about you and I.
No,
it was
neuroscience. It was a Zoom call with some different people, some coaches, some high-performance staff, some AFL head
So
honchos.
it was like a 10-minute Zoom call and they'd already made the decision?
No, it was more a collaborative thing, Rowey. More collaborative.
Okay. Who was the coach on there?
I can't say, mate.
Was it yours?
You guys have got too much out of me already. I didn't even know this was public knowledge, but it's just normal consulting stuff through the AFL.
Let's face it, we're going to head down to basketball.
Neurodivergent.
We're going to be basketball, aren't we? We're going to be shadowing. Woo-hoo.
No, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. I think the AFL is pretty clear on that you can't get rid of contact and get rid of concussions. You just got to do things to mitigate the risk and within a reasonable limit. Yeah, so there's going to be concussions, there's going to be head knocks, and the game, that's a huge part of the game, and contact makes it what it is.
Well done, Rob. Thanks for your time. We love you coming in for By Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, and the swear jar was out. You didn't swear, so well done.
As usual. Well done.
You're a star.
You too, Ray. Well done.
Well done.
Thanks, boys.
All right. Port Adelaide's team as well, since we didn't touch on that, is
please.
Kane Farrell coming in as we expected. That's great to see him back from 3 weeks off with his injury.
Just the one change.
And Brandon Zerk-Thatcher goes out. So that is all to report for Port Adelaide. No changes for the Saints. And we've got the 6 o'clock news coming up. Sean Grigg from the Suns too on the show next after the news to go through the Suns and Crows game at Adelaide Oval Saturday night.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Down to 8 tonight, a possible shower tomorrow, 17. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
Meet Crows Braden Cook and Port's Jordan Sweet at Sports Card World's Trade Day this Sunday, Regent Arcade.
South Australian police are investigating a death at a regional hospital. It comes after Liberal Senator Karen Little claimed an elderly person died following an apparent failure to connect to 000 during yesterday's Telstra outage. Police made contact with the victim's family after attending the Senator's office today. SAPOL says it was not notified of the death. An investigation into the cause and circumstances is now underway. Telstra's Chief Financial Officer Michael Ackland says even one 000 failure is unacceptable.
Any one call is unacceptable, one missed call, which is why we have the welfare check process in place so that we are as rapidly as possible following up with people whenever there is a failed call.
A teenager has been arrested following a house fire at Hewitt this afternoon. The rear of the property sustained extensive damage in the blaze. No injuries were reported. A 13-year-old girl was arrested over an hour later at Gawler. She's expected to be charged with arson once medically fit. Australia will export uranium to India after the two nations locked in a landmark energy agreement. More from Nelson Scott.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Melbourne, where he's held high-level talks with Anthony Albanese. The pair have signed a deal which will see Australia export uranium to India, which will be used to provide the nuclear power needed to run the subcontinent's booming AI data centres. The two leaders also agreed to strengthen cooperation on defence, critical minerals and cybersecurity. Mr Albanese says this is an important deal amid an uncertain global environment.
Australia's relationship with India has never been more consequential.
Speaking through a translator, Mr Modi says both countries will benefit.
Moving forward together with deep mutual trust.
Super funds will boost their investment in India, while a number of universities will establish campuses in the country.
One Nation leader Pauline Hanson has recorded a podcast with British far-right figure Tommy Robinson just 2 weeks after his interview with Carl Stefanovic saw the Today Show host punted by 9. Robinson has described Ms Hansen as fearless and relentless while promoting the episode. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Goal Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
The AFL teams are in for round 18. Kane Farrell will return for Port Adelaide as they face St Kilda at Marvel Stadium on Saturday. Defender Brandon Zirk-Thatcher makes way for Farrell. Riley Thilthorpe and Wayne Miller are back for the Crows to face the Suns. Defender Hugo Hall-Kahan comes out of the team while Billy Dowling has been omitted. Assistant coach Scott Burns telling Rowey and Timmy G he's getting better at being a priority.
We're always analysing and looking at everything week to week, and whether it's trends of the games, the way we're playing, or whether it's off-field, we're certainly looking at how we can get better and maybe controlling certain things.
The round kicks off tonight. Fremantle play the Swans in Perth and it will be live on 5AA. Well, day 11 of Wimbledon is ladies' semi-finals day. There'll also be some Aussies in action. Craig Gabriel previews the day.
Coco Gauff commands a 6-1 record over Karolina Muchova, and it can be a bit daunting for the person in deficit to deal with such a big gap. But Muchova jokingly said she was glad their grass court record was a bit better. It's 0-0. Marta Kostyuk will take on Linda Noskova. Kostyuk won their only match, but it was at altitude in Madrid. Australian Storm Hunter and Mark Pullmans are in the mixed doubles final, and Thanasi Kokkinakis is in the men's doubles semis.
And it's stage 6 of the Tour de France. Tonight, the bikes will cover 186 Ks on their final day in the Pyrenees. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Goal Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Evening there. Modbury urgent electrical works on North East Road near Kelly Road. Heavy delays outbound, plus urgent gas works on Smart Road near Heatherley Avenue. Prospect urgent electrical works, Churchill Road near Castle Avenue, and Gawler burst water main, Main North Road closed in both directions in Victoria Terrace. Camera, Marlborough Street, Fulham Gardens. The Target Big Brand Toy Sale and more is now on. Be quick. The Big Brand Toy Sale and more must end July 15 at Target. Shop in-store and online. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 8 tonight, a possible shower tomorrow 17, Saturday showers 15 and the same on Sunday. Right now it's 12 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you. I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, a senator's social media claims and now a police investigation into a death during the Telstra outage. See Cheese, the now famous penguin, returned to the wild after a brush with bird flu. And the team news from Crows and Port ahead of their weekend matches. Don't worry, you haven't missed the news. Start over on 9 Now as soon as you're home.
Hi, it's Wayne from Wayne Phillips Kia. There's no bigger end of financial year sale than our 72-hour 100 Kia clearance sale. For 72 hours only, we have 100 new Kias at prices to clear. Petrol, hybrid or electric. Take any Kia for an extended overnight test drive, plus get Kia's $1,000 deposit contribution across all new and demo vehicles with Kia Finance. T's and C's apply. But hurry, the 72-hour 100 Kia clearance sale ends 5 p.m. Saturday at SA's most awarded Kia dealer, Wayne Phillips Kia at Ranella.
What makes Ray White the big name in business broking? They're people, like multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year, Brett Buckley, and his team of business professionals. They take a deep dive into your business, finding value and potential, and they know what they're looking for because they know businesses. They're not real estate salespeople trying to sell businesses, they're business people selling businesses. If you want to know what your business is worth, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Multiple Business Broker of the Year awards.
It's the best Beechwood home yet. Now, it's a new multi-level Beechwood beauty in Craigburn Farm. We've been there. We've had a look of it. I'm not telling you what.
Impressed.
It is very impressive. It's a masterpiece of design, innovation and construction. Now, it's inspired by the timeless glamour and style of Palm Springs in California, so it's aptly named the Caliente. Now, this startlet of a home is perched on the high side of the road with endless possibilities and spaces for entertaining inside and out, and
that's
done
the beauty
both.
of it. It's very rare you get a house where from the outside you go, wow, then the inside, oh, not so, or the inside, goodness me.
Every time we turned a corner, we said, wow.
God, I love it. The Beechwood Caliente is it's a home designed for all generations. It even features its own elevator, a climate-controlled wine room. Go and see it. Just do yourself a favour. The team at Beechwood Homes, they've gone all out, and they cannot wait for you to see what they've aptly called the Caliente. It's a harlot of a house. To view, book your appointment now at Life's Good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
Harris Scarf Big Stocktake Sale is on now. Refresh your bedroom with 50% off a huge range of full-price quilts and toppers, plus 50% off a huge range of full-price electric blankets. Sale ends soon. See conditions online. Harris Scarf. Great brands, great prices.
Wearing the wrong bra feels a bit like walking around with your shoes on the wrong feet. Uncomfortable, distracting and oddly normal. Until you finally experience the perfect fit and comfort at the Lingerie Company. We've been fitting women of every age, shape and size for over 30 years. From first bras to forever favourites. We know what works for your body. It's not just about size. It's about shape, comfort and how you should always feel. Comfortable. The Lingerie Company. Shop 36 in Mitcham Shopping Centre.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
At 9 minutes after 6, the Biourban Swear Jar is about their pledge to do everything possible to make your bathroom or kitchen renovation experience the best it can possibly be, and they swear by it. Biourban.com.au. Great to have Riley O'Brien in the studio with us just moments ago because the Crows have made 2 changes. Riley Thilthorpe's back for with Wayne Millerer, and Hugo Hawkahan goes out managed with Billy Dowling omitted. The 2 changes for the Suns, Ben Long suspended, Ben Jepson out omitted, so Will Graham and Oscar Adams come back in. And Port Adelaide's team against the Saints are unchanged. Kane Farrell, the 1 change for the Power, with Brandon Zerk-Thatcher coming in.
Well, this time of year, Timmy, they all get bigger because the 4 points become very important. Crows take on the Suns at Adelaide Oval Saturday night. Joining us is Gold Coast midfield coach Sean Grigg. Sean, thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks for having me, guys.
Boy, I tell you what, you guys need 4 points.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's been a while since we've saluted, so looking to come over there and in a hostile environment and bring the 4 points home.
What's happened the last 6 weeks?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. We've run into some quality teams. There's no easy games, that's for sure. But yeah, we've been disappointed. We haven't been to the level that we think that we can be and that we have been at earlier in the year. So the guys are fully aware. We've been working hard behind the scenes to rectify that. We saw some better signs on the weekend and just didn't get over the line. So, like I said before, looking forward to coming over and giving the Crows a red hot crack.
Now, I read this stat and it nearly blew me over with a feather. Are you guys 18th for clearance differential?
I think that's for the whole year over everything. So there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, the raw numbers of all the clearances put together for the year. So we measure a lot of different things. What happens after that clearance, the next transition, the set of bounce, ball ups, throw-ins, they're all thrown into that one stat altogether.
But Rao, Anderson, Miller, Petrarca, I could go on. You can't be talent. You got a young ruckman. What are you putting those numbers down to?
Yeah, we've been disappointed with that area of our game early in the year. That was sort of some continuity getting those guys together. Like most teams, we haven't had our full strength team out on the park, but when we have, the guys are fully aware that the load has fallen on them and they want to do better and step up. So the guys are fully aware. They've put their hand up to take responsibility and leadership and to drive those standards around the ball. So working towards some better results.
Yeah, it's never one thing, but you look at the names on the ground to give you the coverage. You look at young Ned Moore. Is it the connection? Is it the hit direction? Is it the structure? Is it your method around the contest? Are these players out of form? I know you've probably looked at all of that, but God, I'm miffed at those numbers. Griggy. Miffed.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, a combination of a lot of those different things. And like I said before, we're well aware of where we are and where we want to be, and we understand that we're not the team that we have been in the past and earlier in the year. So, like I said, the guys are working hard at the craft, at the method, at the training, at a lot of different things to turn it around.
Speaking with Sean Grigg, the Gold Coast Suns assistant coach. Hey, Sean, just that Collingwood game, for mine, it looked like there was a real intent by the playing group that they've actually had enough of this losing streak. Is that fair?
Oh, absolutely. We're all competitors. And like I mentioned before, the leaders, particularly around midfield, we've got a few leaders in there. They've they've taken responsibility and ownership that we want to rectify that and get back on the winners list. So those guys, to their credit, have driven those standards and were leading from the front.
I thought it was almost Hawthorn-Essendon, the line in the sand game at one stage.
No, it wasn't quite that serious back in those days. But like I said, both teams were up for it, and it was pretty hostile, and it was a tight, hard-fought game.
Zeke Hewlin, I love the way he's coming along, and his brother down back is superb as well. But you've got some really good talent in there, haven't you, to work with? Absolutely, yeah. Zeke's had a fantastic first year, as it has Jai Murray come into the team. Also with Bo Adensall, and also we saw Dylan Patterson last week. So there's 4 first-year players that are definitely shown they're going to be capable AFL players. I'm just wondering, Sean, and we know that contact training's about to be addressed and actual minutes of that going down. When, say, you want to pick up your numbers in contested ball and the like, how do you go about training for that in season? I would imagine that's really difficult.
Yeah, it can be. We're obviously on limited minutes, depending on how many days break you've had between games and how your squad is fitness-wise. So we make sure we tick off the fundamentals of the game first and foremost, which are the most important, and they have been for 150 years. But as those guidelines come in, we'll be guided by the AFL and the club to what that looks like.
Going back to that Collingwood game, did anyone shout the coffees this week? You'd all be a bit poor. 30 fines for that melee. Sean.
Yeah, there's a few, wasn't there? Yeah, so both teams understand. Both any team want to come in and support their teammates and fly the flag, and it was over to the AFL to. Yeah. They were probably the only winners out of it, weren't they? Their coffees are probably on AFL House this week.
Well, I think they're going to have a good Christmas show. What's Damien Hardwick's rule on that? If it's going to be on, let it be on. Fly the flag. I mean, Longy crossed the line, I guess. I mean, I loved it. I didn't think it was worth 2. It got down to 1. But do you have a ruling on that?
There's no hard and fast rule. We understand the guys will go in and stick up for one another. We encourage that, but there also is a line that we understand. If you cross that, then you are at the mercy of the AFL.
How do you draw a line through the Crows for them?
They're a dangerous team, as we know. They're sort of potent in that front half and dangerous through the midfield with some guys going through there, and also they make it hard to score. So we understand the challenge that's in front of us, one that we're welcoming and one that we want to take on head on.
Okay. Do you subscribe that they don't like pressure through the midfield if you really get at them?
I think that's every team will aim to put pressure on and try and turn the ball over as close to goal as possible. Like most games, the heat's going to be on around the ball. We want to put pressure on. I'm sure the Crows want to put pressure on us too. So we understand what's coming there. They're a good pressure team also. So our guys are up for that fight in the middle of the ground.
Timmy reckons they're too reliant on Jordan Dawson. Do you think they're reliant on Jordan Dawson?
It's just a question.
Well, he's a fair player. I think if you go through every team and understand the strengths of the best players, when those guys play well, their team generally wins. So we understand he's a sort of top 5 player in the competition. He's been in great form, and like I said before, our best players are striving to do that. And like most weeks, your best players play well, you're going to be a chance.
Yeah. Are you a stats man, Griggy?
I take in a lot of different things. Stats, vision, you have to as an assistant. Yeah.
Well, here's a stat. The Suns have never won on Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, okay. Well, through our time, I think this is our 3rd season. So we'll look back the last couple of times we've played rather than the actual oval. Last time we played, the Crows got the number on us, and we've had the success against them at our oval. So we'll go back and have a look at that stuff and have a look what teams have done to play well at that oval. We saw Port Adelaide show a good blueprint a couple of weeks ago, and Melbourne also played pretty well there too.
I don't mind big statements, Griggy. You guys are no chance Saturday night. There you are.
He did say this to me, Sean, a couple of weeks ago.
Listen to this.
I'm a Port man, and I sat there and he said 10 goals will beat you by on Monday, and then on Wednesday he upped it to 15, and then he wanted to go the reserves and the league a combination of 20. And so it might
How did that end up for me?
might have backfired.
Yeah, that's what you guys are paid to do. Make the opinions and as you say, and create stories. And our job is to prepare the players and make sure they perform. And that's what we're going to come over and try and do and take the 4 points away. We're confident our best footy stacks up. We've seen that earlier in the year and we're looking to recapture that. We feel like we've been taking steps towards that the last couple of weeks and now it's ready to click.
Looking after the midfield, if you had a choice, would you like to see Isaac Rankin playing mainly in the midfield or would you prefer to see him playing mainly in the forward 50 for the Adelaide Crows?
Well, yeah, if we're winning the ball around the midfield, I'd like to see him in the forward 50 because that means the ball's not going down there. But
Good answer.
he's a threat wherever the ball is.
Yeah.
We understand around the clearances. He's fast feet and he's damaged with ball in hand, but also he can hit the scoreboard. We're preparing strongly for his best wherever that is, and we'll have plans in place for both areas.
Ben King, he keeps standing up. I had a look. He is kicking at 74%. Now, that's an elite class, but it's more so you guys have a system to get it to him close to goal, and I think it's worked so well, and he does have a beautiful action, but it makes life a lot easier when you're getting it deep to him.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The supply, most key forwards and most forwards are reliant on how the ball's coming in and at our best when we've got our fast ball movement and going into a forward line with less numbers, and Ben's really difficult to stop like most forwards. But when we go in with higher numbers, and all we ask those tall forwards to do is create a contest for the smalls. And like you said, we know once the ball's in his hands, more often than not, it's going through the big sticks.
Sean, all the best, mate. It promises to be a tough, hard, fast game. No question about that. We thank you for your time.
No worries, boys. Looking forward to it. Cheers.
Yeah, good man. Sean Grigg there, our guest.
It'll be live on 5AA Saturday night. What a game that will be, and a huge Saturday of football. Speaking of big games of footy, tonight it is 1v2 in Perth. We're going to cross there next. Jacob Lansmere is from Sport FM over there in Perth ahead of Fremantle and Sydney. A huge top-of-the-table clash.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Whether you're buying or selling a house, renting or leasing, the right advice makes all the difference. Join me, Leith Forrest, and the experts from Toop and Toop for Real Estate Radio every Wednesday from 2 p.m. Hear about hot properties, high-demand suburbs, and the very best tips from Adelaide's trusted advisors in real estate since 1985. You can also speak to the team off-air after the show from 2:30. That's Real Estate Radio with Toop and Toop every Wednesday afternoon from 2 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
As a South Aussie-based not-for-profit health insurer, Health Partners isn't just your health partner. We're your tooth-checking partner, hammy-stretching partner, chart-squinting partner. We're your bone-mending, script-filling, arch-lifting, giving, salad-suggesting, generous limit-giving, member-supporting, SA-loving partner. So for great value health cover, there's no better partner in health than Health Partners. Health insurance made human.
Introducing Geely Mawson Lakes. Geely is the world's most exciting new automotive brand, bringing advanced technology, outstanding safety and exceptional value. And when it arrives, it matters who you buy it from. At Geely Mawson Lakes, you'll find an experienced team, the right vehicle with the right deal and advice. Backed by a trusted South Australian dealership group, we're proud to bring this new range to Adelaide's north. Geely Mawson Lakes, your new Geely destination, just a short drive from the city.
At MediPedi, we believe in making people feel good from the ground up. Combining the skills of podiatry with the indulgence of beauty therapy, MediPedi is a first-of-its-kind concept. The MediPedi Medical Pedicure is Adelaide's best pedicure. Imagine this. Your feet are expertly treated by a podiatrist, then pampered by a fully trained beauty therapist. The result? Feet that just don't feel great, they look fantastic too. With 4 Adelaide locations, book now at medipediclinics.com.au. MediPedi, feel good from the ground up.
Maybe you're not winning a sprint anytime soon, but you're not old. Try experienced. That's more like it. You've lived, you've experimented with things, so now you know what you like. With Support at Home by Rest Haven, we help with that. From jobs around the home to nursing and clinical care. We've been around for over 90 years, so we know how you can stay living your way in your home. Experience counts.
Find out more at resthaven.asn.au.
For over 45 years, Statesman Windows, a third-generation South Aussie family-run business, has helped home renovators and builders bring design, charm and natural light into their homes. With industry-leading turnaround times, Statesman Windows continues to offer value for money, backed up by great service and advice right across Metro and regional South Australia. For windows when and where you want them, call Statesman Windows.
Windows when and where you want them. Windows when and where you want them.
Hey, it's Jordan Dawson here, captain of the Adelaide Football Club. I know the importance of a home ground advantage. And when it comes to building, South Australia is the home ground for Sterling Homes. For over 50 years, they've been building quality homes here. So whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, if you're looking to build, look no further than Sterling Homes and get the home ground advantage today.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 23 minutes after 6, Thursday night footy coming up shortly here on 5AA. Huge game over West.
A massive game, and well, it's the top of the table clash basically. It's FIVEAA v Sydney, and it's there at Optus Stadium in the West. Now we're going to speak to a young man. Well, he's probably one of the most exciting young sports presenters since Sam Tugwell, in my opinion. And we're going to find out exactly what he thinks is going to happen tonight. Sport FM in Perth. Jacob Landsmere, welcome.
G'day, Timmy, Sammy. Nice to hear from you both, and thanks for the pump up, Timmy. I'll have to respond in kind when we get you on our show again next.
Well, I was going to say I'm getting you back for all the times I've been on your show, so I'm very happy to be reversing the order, mate. But what an exciting game it will be tonight. What are you expecting?
Oh, massive. I hope the weather holds. There's a bit of weather on the way over here. It's been a lovely couple of days, beautiful blue skies and pretty nice days for this time of year, but there's a cold front coming through, so it might be a bit of a scrap in the second half, but it should be one of the games of the year on paper, shouldn't it? It's 1v2, chance for Sydney to close Fremantle's lead at the top, or Fremantle can really push away, and show last week was just a little blip on the radar against the Giants, so it's got a lot going for it tonight.
It certainly has. Now, one of the things they've introduced, which reminds me of probably maybe a decade or so ago when they introduced the purple haze, and they got that roaring along. They got the Wharfie time. Have you experienced the Wharfie time, and does it have a real effect at the ground?
It's an interesting one, Tim, because having sat in the crowd with a lot of my close friends are Fremantle members, died in the wool Dockers fans, and for years, Wharfie time did nothing. It actually had the opposite effect. It seemed that every time they brought out Wharfie time, the opposition would kick a goal. So the last year or so it's worked. It worked in that Hawthorn game, didn't it, with the come-from-behind win. We haven't seen it since then. I think that was round 9. So it's quite a while now. We're at round 18. So maybe tonight's the night that Wharfie time, the button gets pressed. It's a marketing decision from the team at the Dockers. So the media manager and someone in the marketing team gives it the green light and doesn't always get used, but tonight might be the night.
Purple haze. It's a nothing colour purple, isn't it?
You're talking to a West Coast supporter too, anyway.
Hey, Jacob, best attack, or the number one is Sydney versus the best defence, number one's FIVEAA. Who wins?
Yeah, it's a fascinating matchup, isn't it, Rowey, with that in mind? I mean, I think Fremantle's defensive structures have held up better than Sydney's offensive game this year. I think Sydney's come back to the pack a bit. I think early in the year, Sydney's game was outstanding. And that Fort handball game works really well. But I think here in Perth, with the pressure, with the atmosphere, and with Fremantle's want to defend and want to turn around the disappointment of last week, I just think the Dockers in a close one tonight. But Sydney is a quality team. They're clearly a different team under Dean Cox this year to the John Longmire team of years gone past. But, yeah, I think they'll just get up tonight, the Dockers.
Luke Jackson versus Brodie Grundy, Sarong versus Heaney, Pearce versus Kerno. I could give you 8 just scintillating matchups in this game.
Yeah, true.
And that's the best thing about it. I mean, that's what we talk about when we get to finals, isn't it? You really zero in on the matchups because there's less games. This is a standalone Thursday night. So, yeah, it's hard to know which matchup's going to define the game. But I like that ruck matchup, to be honest, Rowey. I think Luke Jackson and what he's done this year, I mean, there's some outstanding ruckmen in the competition. Max Gawn's still right up at the top, isn't he, with Grundy and Jackson and a few others around that are really making a case. So I think Jackson v Grundy, very different types of ruckmen, but a fascinating matchup, and that's where it all starts tonight.
Thursday nights, do they work in Perth? We've had a reasonable reaction to them here in Adelaide? We get reasonable crowds. What's it like in Perth?
You know what, Tim? A month ago, I would have said, no, it doesn't work. Thursday nights, it's a work day tomorrow. It's school holiday, so this one probably works a bit better. Kids don't have to get up and go to school tomorrow. But I was at the last Thursday night game against Geelong about 3 weeks ago, just as a spectator, and there was 55,000 fans on a Thursday night.
Wow.
So that's 85-90% full at Optus Stadium.
Yeah.
And I reckon tonight we'll have a similar crowd. And 50,000 turned up to a Sunday afternoon game to watch Freo and Gold Coast on a pretty dreary Perth winter's afternoon. So it's the hottest ticket in town right now to watch the Dockers play.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic. What went missing for the Dockers last week against the Giants? Was it just one of those games where...
Playing in Canberra.
Maybe playing in Canberra.
Yeah.
It certainly doesn't warm the cockles of the heart.
No, it's been spoken about a bit over here this week, that it's an unfamiliar venue. A lot of the Dockers players had never played there before. Giants, it's only, it's a sporadic venue for them. They probably only play there 4 or 5 times a year at best. So, yeah, unique venue. It's probably a good one to lose, isn't it? I mean, the Giants probably unlikely to play finals, certainly won't be at the business end, and there won't be any finals played at Manuka Oval. So if you're going to drop a game, maybe that's not the worst one. But the Giants played well. Jake Stringer had an out-of-the-box kind of game that he's capable of, and yeah, the Giants are capable, aren't they? So just mark that one down as a bit of an off day, and I'm sure they'll be back to their best tonight.
Jacob, you're a West Australian, and you would have known Nicky Widmar's career quite well. I'd be a South Fremantle player. He was my teammate. So having said that, and the government getting involved with the AFL, have they pulled the statue down yet or put a tarp over it? What's the latest?
I haven't been down there this week, Rowey, but that's my understanding, is that the plan was for it to be taken down before tonight's game. There was fear of what might happen if the statue was left up. And, yeah, it's hard to comment on criminal matters, isn't it? But clearly what's happened in the courts has happened, and it seems like it's a matter of time, if it hasn't happened already, that that statue will be taken down, which is a topical and a major talking point. He's clearly a fantastic player, and someone you mentioned you shared the football field with at South Fremantle, Rowey. But if you're found guilty of the charges that he's been found guilty of, it's probably hard to justify keeping that statue there.
That's the right thing to do. Jacob, well done. Thanks for your time, and go the Dockers.
Yeah, look forward to the game tonight, guys. So good luck to your Crows and to the Power this weekend as well.
Good man. Thank you very much. Jacob Lansmere, Sport FM in Perth. An incredible talent. This guy is going places.
Yeah,
I tell you now.
Good. Beautiful delivery.
I know people out there probably thinking, he sounded like a seasoned professional. He's in his 20s.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we've got one here. His name's
That's what
Sam.
I said.
No, don't talk about
I
me.
said since.
Jacob is an absolute star.
Yeah.
Has Jacob got a big nose like you?
No, lucky for him.
I didn't say they were going to be on TV.
well, Sam's our star. Let's not.
Yes, indeed.
How old are you now?
Just turned 30.
Just turned 30.
Did you?
Yeah. And
when did you turn 30? We didn't get you
November
anything.
last year.
Oh, I was going to say, did we get you anything?
It's been a while.
I got him a couple of gigs on the TV as well this year.
He did.
He's done very well. And now they're using him in the highlight package. He's that good.
Yeah, and that's an issue.
Yeah.
And my head's getting too big now.
Have your mates
Sam.
ripped into you?
No. Not yet.
Oh.
Actually, you know what was weird?
I'm gonna put
I
them
tuned
onto
in to watch you, Timmy, call a great game of
you
Sturton West.
Yes.
And as I turn on the TV, a weird feeling when you hear your own highlights.
You're
back.
like, what's that?
Yeah, what's that doing
Because
there?
I picked it in the pre-game. I'm there. That's Sam.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Oh,
yeah,
how
it was
good.
awesome.
To the
Very
top.
weird. I'm telling you, it's going all right.
I think, Timmy, you're right. His openers are still too fast.
Yeah, I'll slow down tomorrow.
Just
bit
pull him
of
back a
feedback.
bit.
Good. That's it. Deflate the head and the nose if you can too. Thursday night footy coming up next.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. 5AA